switch to Total Wireless and stay connected through every road trip, beach day, and everything in between. Now that's a total power move. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited or Max 5G plan single or multi-month plan. Additional port-in ID verification or device financing requirements vary by device. Purchase limits apply.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by We Paint Everything. Visit WePaintEverything.com.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a stacked up program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's Animal House. Kenny Tower drops by the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando. Scott Maxwell will join us as well. 5 o'clock hour, it's trivia. We'll end it up with Ross Thoughts, or Ross Padgett, to tell us what's happening with Good Sauce. And you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook, at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show, all day, every day. JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. If you want to send a talk back, that's easy as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we will get you on the air.
Superstar.
Cash is your 3 o'clock keyword, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Cash is the word, guys. Go get that money.
Win. We need somebody to win.
We need somebody to win. It'd be nice. How are you guys doing today?
Ducky.
Ducky?
Hey.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right.
Gassy.
Gassy?
Gassy.
I as well am gassy, Jackson.
Oh, no.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I sit in a room by myself today.
Yeah.
You do not.
Hard tacos last night, extra jalapenos. How you doing? I'm Jim.
Why didn't you tell me that before I bought you lunch?
I've been holding it in, too. So I'm
Oh,
just waiting to
super.
I had a symphony coming your way soon, so just be careful right there. I think I'm having an allergy thing, too. It's kind of
Yeah.
wild.
You are.
Kind of wild how it's happening out there. I just come off that crazy thing that I had for like 3 or 4 days. And then this morning, like wheezing like crazy.
Your allergies cause flatulence?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't think
Interesting
Zyrtec's going to
allergy.
help that at all.
It depends on where you put it.
I have a non-judgy, right? I have a non-judgy question to ask you guys.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah. And this is going to seem judgy, but I promise you it's not. I'm honestly asking the question because I've not done this before.
Okay.
And I don't know what the protocol is. I do kinda, and I understand, but I'm trying to look for some clarification here.
All right. Let's see if we can help.
Last night, it was, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
So we had planned not to go out, but I was going to have a margarita anyway, but I was short. I actually talked about this on the air, right?
Yeah, you did.
I was short the sweet part of the margarita, which is usually tequila, lime, and a sweetener. Triple sec, I think, is the...
Yeah.
That's for your your basic margarita, triple sec would be
Yeah, that's
used.
the bar margarita, the
Yes.
bar marg,
Yep.
right?
Yep,
But
bar marg.
if you're upgrading that, you can go to Cointreau or Grand Marnier, which are orange-flavored liqueurs, and they are... Have you bought a bottle of that stuff lately?
It was expensive back when I was buying them. That was 30
Dude,
years ago.
Let me ask you a question. How much do you think the smallest bottle of Grand Marnier is? I can't imagine it's like more than maybe 16 ounces. It's like this, Deborah, like that.
Like a 750?
No, dude.
It's
That's
more-
giant.
okay,
750
like a
is like the
pint.
handle, right?
No, a handle is a liter and a half.
It's a 175?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it was the smallest one they had. It wasn't like the carry one that like you get for like when you're traveling or whatever, like the little airplane bottles. It was
I'll say $29.
It was exactly $29.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It couldn't have been more than it's no more than maybe 8 to 10 shots of liquor. The large one was like 70. And I'm like, what the hell happened to orange liqueur? And Cointreau was more. Cointreau was actually more. So anyway, got a little bottle of Grand Marnier. And as I was actually going into the store, I pulled up, I parked, as I was leaving the store, I looked up and I noticed a guy walking into the store with his 5-year-old.
Okay.
And so I thought to myself, well, that's odd. I would not take my kids into the liquor store. I would wait until I had an opportunity to go by myself. Then I'd go by myself. I do understand, though, if you have to stop and make a stop and you don't have anybody to watch your kid, you can't leave your 5-year-old in the car. I don't know. I mean, can you?
No. Not even for a
Right.
few minutes. It's against the law.
Right, yeah. So, I don't believe you can do that. So there they go. Guy's walking in, got his daughter with him, and they walk into the liquor store. And I just pulled away. I didn't wait to see what they were getting or anything. I wasn't like going,
You didn't stop to give him a look?
No, I didn't do any of that. I just thought it was odd because I've never taken my kid into a liquor store.
Big deal. It's a bunch of bottles.
That's what I want to know.
It's
I promise,
not a big
I
deal.
promise I'm
You know
not,
what's
I'm not
interesting?
judging.
No, you're being judgy.
I'm not judging at all. I'm
Oh,
asking,
come on.
have you done it?
Brought my kid in the liquor store?
Yeah.
No.
Why not? It's just bottles.
Because I haven't been in a liquor store when I had small kids.
There you go. Right. Very good.
But I mean, what's so strange about this is that we're like, oh my God, this guy brought his 5-year-old. Meanwhile, back when we were 5, our parents would hand us a note that said, please sell Jimmy a pack of Virginia Slims.
Correct.
You have no idea how often that happened.
You know what I'm saying? How the generations have changed.
Yeah.
We used to be allowed to walk to the store and buy, we'd get their cigarettes and then we'd go get a pack of candy cigarettes.
Right.
And how the world has changed that now we're like, oh my God.
So what about bringing the 5-year-old into a medical marijuana dispensary?
See, that's, to me, I mean,
That's worse,
Is that even
right?
legal? No, here's the thing. The reason I
don't know why that would be worse.
The reason I
It's
didn't
legal.
think anything of it at first when I saw that is like, well, that's no big deal carrying your kid into a liquor store because people bring their kids to breweries all the time.
Right.
All the time. Matter of fact, I know that breweries in some areas, like there are a couple over in Tampa, where it is like a very family feel. Like on Saturday afternoon, we pulled up to that thing in the height of the craft brew movement, and there were more young families there with their kids playing like, cornhole and all the games, and kids are running around and parents are having a beer, and nobody was getting sloppy or doing shots or anything, but it did not look uncommon or odd. But for some reason yesterday, when I saw this dude rolling into ABC with his daughter, I was like, what? That's unique. I haven't seen that one before. But I think I was like,
That's a look.
I've seen kids at breweries where their kids are like their parents are drinking, and I didn't think anything about it.
You bring your kids in the supermarket, they sell beer there.
They sell beer there, right? No different, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting conundrum.
That's not a
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I don't think either. I think the more you make something seem like a big deal, the more you're going to pique their interest into what it is.
Yeah,
Don't look, honey. Don't look at the
But
bottles.
it's not like, what are you ashamed of? Are you ashamed of the fact that you're buying a bottle of alcohol?
No, I don't think it's shame. You're worrying about introducing them to something that maybe you don't want them to be introduced to at 5.
Or you introduce them 5 the idea that adults have different rights and opportunities than kids.
Yeah.
There are adult words. There's not bad words. There's adult words. You know, the kind I use when I'm talking to your mother.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Would it matter what time of day it is? Because this was in the evening. Obviously, you could see a guy coming home, picking up a 6-pack or something like that on the way home, maybe a bottle of vodka or something because he likes to have a drink after work, or if he's doing that at 10 in the morning on a Tuesday. Is that different?
Yeah, you know what? I've purchased liquor at 10 in the morning on a Tuesday because it was part of someone's birthday gift that afternoon.
Yeah, I'm just asking you.
It doesn't mean he's a raging alcoholic.
Did not say
just
that.
because he has his 5-year-old in there. No, but you're making judgments.
I'm not judging. I'm just asking questions. I like to know the protocols here because I've not run into these situations before. Now, look, if you like, my kids have been at house parties. My kids have been at house parties.
Your kids had house parties at your house while you and your wife were out of town.
Good point, Deb.
Oh, that cost them a year of their life, too, by the way.
Oh, I
You have no
completely
idea.
understand.
That
Year
was-
of their life or your
That's
life?
Theirs.
No, fear of their
The
life. Trust
anger.
me. That was a fear of Jesus right in their face.
Right, exactly.
And look, that was the easy one. Oh, my God, my wife. Oh, it was gnarly. So bad. Did you ever throw a rager at your house when your parents were gone, Jack?
No.
Never-
I had a very small get together.
Okay.
The next night, my sister had the rager. My parents came home during that, and coming down the block, my mom said she told my stepdad, "I think I'm going to have a talk with my son." Ha ha! I was working that night flipping pizza.
Yeah, when my kids got busted doing that rager at my house, next door neighbor's the one who called us. We were in New Orleans, and she called and she said, "Hey, did you guys give the kids permission to have people over?" And we're like, "No. Why? What's going on?" She goes, "Well, the entire road and the entire cul-de-sac is filled with cars." I said, "What?" She goes, "There's got to be 100 people at your house right now raising complete hell."
My favorite was your response when you called your children and what you had them do. It had to have looked like Animal or National Lampoon's vacation. I mean, it had to look like that.
She told us. So we called that, or actually my wife called the house and said, "Hey, what's going on? We heard we heard through the grapevine you guys are having a little get together." No. Okay, well, do me a favor, put me on FaceTime and go and go show me the front yard and walk around the house for me. Then she hung up. And then we heard from the neighbor that instantly my son and daughter came out of the room yelling, "Get the blank out of here. Clear out, clear out, clear out. Go, 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 go." Like a military action. Go, 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 go.
So we had a story yesterday
So
yesterday there was a story that ties into this today. Yesterday, where the woman lost a driveway, a car pulls up, steals all her pavers.
Steals her pavers.
And we had stories of other crimes like that being thwarted because of neighbors who were friendly. Like you had a neighbor who knew something was a little off and had your phone number. I wonder how many people live in a neighborhood where the neighbor can get in touch with you or would get in touch with you if something seemed a little off.
That's actually a great question. Do you have that?
I do.
You do?
Actually do. I have two neighbors that would alert me.
Yeah, that's funny. As you said that, I started thinking about it. I think in every single place I've lived in Orlando, except for the very first house I built, I had that relationship. Like I had next door neighbors in my second house, third house, fourth house, and this one here we do not. We do not have neighbors that we know in the house we're in now.
Oh, wow.
But that's it. Like I would not be able to say, "Hey, look, keep a peek." I would not do that because I wouldn't want to tell them I was leaving.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't trust them enough.
Yeah, I don't trust them. I don't know them. I don't trust them.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever worried about this when you were growing up, but we were assured that if our neighbors saw my brother and I up to anything, we were going to hear that phone ring as soon as they saw our parents pull up into the driveway.
Oh yeah, it was a godsend because here's the thing. Like
not a godsend when they're diming you out and getting you in trouble and nobody would have known.
He's
As a
talking
parent.
as the parent.
Oh,
Deb.
As a parent,
sorry.
it's a godsend. I'm telling you because
As a kid, it's not.
that thing could have gotten out of control. There was some stuff in the house that.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, and
We never did that.
I'm not going to say what I said. I said to my son, I said, "You know what could have happened here? What could have happened here?"
You've told this story before.
Yeah.
You've said it.
You don't even have any idea, dog. Bad news for everybody involved.
Yeah.
That was a sobering day for the kids.
Texter from someone you know that says they do it all the time. They actually know his son at the ABC and say hi to him and everything. And one lady there would be disappointed if I came in alone. I'm not going to out you and tell you it's C-Lane.
All right, 407. I did not do that. Christopher, you can just all those darts go elsewhere.
His son Jackson, that's how he learned his ABCs.
All right, 407 916. C is for Cointreau. B is for Bacardi.
A is for
alcohol.
absinthe.
Absinthe. Hey, good one there. D is for De Kuiper. They make all the triple sec. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Deb got some news for us?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Ted Turner has died. Closer to home, lawmakers and animal rights groups calling for charges in those sloth deaths and where you can catch a live concert series. Here's a hint. It comes with comfy chairs and popcorn.
Oh, man. I love that.
Yeah.
No way, really?
We'll talk about that
Interesting.
next during JCS News,
All
if I
right.
can actually speak.
77031. Don't forget your 3 o'clock cash. Our word is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show right after I shoot Jack between his eyes.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic starting to form on the major roadways. There's slowdowns heading through the city on I-4 near the East-West Expressway. Delays on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Osceola Parkway. Look out for a crash on I-4 eastbound before Maitland Boulevard. That's off to the shoulder. An accident blocking the left turn lane on Severin Boulevard northbound at Baldwin Park Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Summit Racing has the parts, tools, and accessories to keep your ride summer road trip ready. You'll find everything for pre-trip maintenance and essentials like emergency roadside kits. Shop summitracing.com and enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
Second opinions.
You get them with your health.
So why not with your wealth?
Your stock market investments deserve a second opinion.
At Henyon & Walsh, it only takes a second
to schedule your free second opinion.
Go online and search for Henyon & Walsh, the second opinion people. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
What does your ex and traffic have in common? Both can hold you back. At TK Law, they help you move forward with confidence and a plan for your future. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Eligibility and results may vary. A beautiful, confident smile can change everything. It changes how people see you and how you see yourself. When you're proud of your smile, confidence comes naturally. At Sage Dental, we make that confidence possible. Using the latest technology, our caring team of dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons use minimally invasive techniques for the smile you've always wanted. Whether it's braces, clear aligners, implants, partial or full restorations, all of Sage's personalized treatments are conveniently done right there in the office. With same-day and next-day appointments, call Sage Dental, now accepting appointments at our new location in Ormond Beach. We work with most insurance plans. No insurance? No problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation centered on care. Call 800-226-8844. 800-226-8844. That's 800-226-8844.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
At Orange City Poker, enjoy pub-style food and drink in our bar and lounge. Then feel the rush of casino table games like Ultimate Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow Poker, and Mississippi Stud, with table game minimums starting at $5 7 days a week. Orange City Poker, Orlando's closest poker room. Fuel the Table Sundays start this May at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker. Sundays in May from 10 to 5. Hit the high hand and score a $50 Wawa gas card on top of your cash prize. Everyone else at the table gets a $25 one. Fuel the Table Sundays at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
any side drains.
My drains are backing up.
I'm counting imaginary llamas. 8, 9.
What about my drain?
Wait, sheep are more fun. 10, 11.
I should have called Frank Gay.
13.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
Frank Gay Services are the plumbers you can count on. From clogged drains to leaky pipes, we fix it all. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Imagine an Olympics where doping is not only legal, but encouraged. It's the Enhanced Games. Some call it grotesque. Others say it's unleashing human potential. Either way, the podcast Superhuman documented it all, embedded in the games and with the athletes for a full year.
Within probably 10 days, I'd put on 10 pounds. I was having trouble stopping the muscle growth.
Search Superhuman on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Oh, rough today. Wife and I are feeling tore up like an old parking ticket. But those margaritas were going down good.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, you talk about parallels, because I went into ABC yesterday just for Grand Marnier. Somebody was in there with a 5-year-old, and I found the cost staggering. The 3.75, the one you were talking about, was $26, but I just needed a little bit to complement those margies. Aloha.
Aloha, brother.
Hey, Jimmy, how do you feel about taking your kids to the grocery store? Because my Publix has a sipping stroll, baby.
I don't feel anything about it. I just told you I saw it and it looked odd to me, and I just asked the question. Nobody's judging.
Yeah, you cannot help judging.
Nobody's judging.
You automatically, it's your default position is to judge.
I didn't even call the cops, but I had my phone in my hand. All right, 407-916-1041.
With 91 dialed.
Text 77031. Cash, by the way, CASH. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right, American entrepreneur and media mogul Ted Turner has died at the age of 87. A news release from Turner Enterprises says the founder of CNN and TBS passed away today. In the world of sports and entertainment, Turner owned the Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Hawks, and pro wrestling company WCW.
Yeah.
He also gave $1 billion to create the United Nations Foundation. He dealt with health issues in recent years, including a progressive brain disorder and pneumonia. Turner had 5 children and was once married to actress Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
For some reason, I kept wondering, are they still married?
No.
But they had gotten divorced 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah, a while back. Did you guys realize he was alive still?
I did not know that.
I did not either.
And not as an insult. I think he just, when he dropped out of the public scene.
Yeah, you just didn't hear about him anymore.
He dropped out of it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a thing where you would be reminded that Ted Turner was alive.
And he was one of the most visible billionaires back in the day. He was one of the dudes you remember of being super, super rich that was kind of out there and you knew it, you know?
Yeah.
His death was announced today by Turner Enterprises. Closer to home, Florida lawmakers and conservationists are calling for accountability and reform after dozens of sloths died while in the care of the Orlando Sloth World attraction. State Representative Anna Escamani joined Dr. Rebecca Cliff, director of the Sloth Conservation Foundation, demanding criminal animal abuse charges.
The veterinarian that was hired to watch these sloths did not have any background in exotic wildlife, and she admitted herself, I'm a cat dog vet.
And the result was suffering and death. It happened again and again, and it was allowed to happen.
Sloth World was formerly planned for iDrive, offering an up-close experience with the mammals. To date, 55 sloths imported from Central American tropical forests have died from a combination of poor conditions, cold exposure, gastrointestinal issues, and inadequate care. But still with that, the FWC denies this is a case of animal abuse.
Wow. Well, what is then? Does it just happen to it? It has to happen to an animal that we consider cuddly?
Or not like, cuddly, but domestic, I would imagine, like a cat, a dog, or something that can be sold in a pet store. The only thing I can think is that it's the classification of the animal itself that has allowed this guy to walk away from this without wearing silver bracelets. All right, 6 people are safe after a boat trip turned dangerous in Osceola County. This video is making the rounds everywhere on the national news.
Yeah, it is.
The sheriff's office released video yesterday of Saturday's rescue on East Lake Toho. Deputies got a call that the boat was taking on water in dangerous conditions, and the aviation unit was dispatched. The boat was found, and a swift water rescue took place. The OCSO says the incident highlights the importance of monitoring weather conditions and the value of rapid response and coordination. You can see the rescue on the Facebook page of the Sheriff's Office and St. Cloud Police. I know for me, that's one of the scariest things about getting on a boat is that you can get on the boat in clear weather and it looks absolutely fabulous and you're going to have a great day, and within 20 minutes, it can change.
That's how Gilligan and friends ended up on that island.
And you
it's a great documentary.
And you think because you're in a lake, you're safe because it's inland, right? You don't have to worry about ocean currents. You don't have to worry about waves or anything like that. That's not the truth, because I've been out on Lake George before, which is a very shallow lake. I think at its deepest, maybe 8, 9, 12 feet, something like that. And the wind can cause massive whitecaps. And a lot of these lakes around here aren't super deep, but they have a lot of surface area, and that can happen pretty quickly. And it's horrifying, by the way. One of my biggest fears is being on a boat that's sinking. Terrible.
When I was a kid and I found out that ships
the
have
Great Lakes?
sunk in the Great Lakes and like the Edmund Fitzgerald, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a lake?
Yeah.
In a lake?
They think there could be thousands, like up to 10,000 shipwrecks that are in the Great Lakes that they haven't discovered, especially Lake Superior.
Crazy.
That's a bad
is
boy.
amazing.
All right. I hate to bring this story, but there's a sad update on a dog allegedly abused by a Hillsborough County woman. Officials say the small Maltese mix died during surgery after suffering severe injuries in the case. Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Cronister says 33-year-old Amania Davis is behind bars on a $75,000 bond.
Wow.
And is facing 6 counts of animal cruelty.
I truly feel that anyone who would harm and inflict the type of pain she did to this little puppy has a special place in hell one day when that day comes for her.
Cronister says Davis has a violent history, including arrest for battery. HCSO says the investigation is still active. And the worst part is after she abused the little dog kept running back to her.
Damn, dude, stop.
All right, the open carry experiment seems to be over at Publix. Florida shoppers report new signs at store entrances asking customers to leave their firearms at home. The grocery giant appears to be reversing its controversial 2025 policy. New guidance now states that only law enforcement officers are permitted to openly carry firearms inside their stores. No formal corporate statement yet, but customer service reps have confirmed the change.
Well, you said that Texas Roadhouse does the same thing.
I was surprised of all the restaurants. It's the first time that I've encountered any business where there was a sign right there on the front door. There was no misconstruing the message. No open carry.
Yeah, but so you get to Publix and it says leave it at home, but you're already there. Why can't they just have like an umbrella rack inside the door?
I agree, Jack. I agree. Or just a random box where you can throw in your 380.
Yeah, or leave your assault rifle, you know.
Yeah,
and
I
then
get that.
and hopefully you remember to grab it on the way out.
Oh, yeah, and just put a sticker with your name on it.
And if not, someone else is going to get a nice piece from the Lost and Found.
I like it.
Flight attendants that work for Spirit Airlines before the carrier suddenly closed over the weekend are still reeling from the shutdown. One now former employee, Mariana Cassar, has launched a GoFundMe to collect donations for her and her colleagues to help with expenses until they can land new jobs.
It will go for everyone. It'll be split evenly, even if it's pennies or cents.
Spirit Airlines has officially started its bankruptcy process after attending court in White Plains, New York on Tuesday. It could take months to dismantle the airline despite it already having ceased operations after more than 3 decades in service. Last I heard, the guy who had started the TikTok, Instagram, social media campaign to buy Spirit Airlines had raised somewhere over $80 million.
$88 million in its first 20 or 48 hours.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, he took the money and left the country.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And he bought a private jet to do it. Oh, irony.
Oh, no. All right. Well, he's not going to be able to do much with it because gas prices are up about 50% since the war in Iran began.
Would you like me to check in?
The current average in Florida, it can't be more than this, Jimmy, because the current average in Florida, $4.46 for regular unleaded compared to about $2.90 in late February, according to AAA, right? You paid $4.46, right?
7-Eleven broke it off in my ass today. $4.59 cost me $86 to fill up my truck today. $86.
I passed the gas station last night. It was $4.99 a gallon. I paid $4.10, but that's because I have the BJ's discount.
Yeah.
But just Sunday, it was $4, and the line was too long. I'm like, I'll come back. Then I went back last night and I paid $4.10. I'm like, nope.
I know.
That cost me 96 cents.
And I was telling Jimmy earlier, I have to, normally it's between 30 and 35 to fill up my car. Now, what I have been doing is when I get to half a tank, I'll fill it up because then I know I can do it on $30. I'm almost on empty. I'm like a quarter of a tank. So I'm like, here we go. Let's see how much this is going to cost.
Jack, are you I put a finite type of like number of gas or you just fill up?
I fill up.
Yeah.
Oh, always. Yeah.
And you the same way, Deb? You just fill up every time? Or do you like put 30 or 35 because that's the number you've given yourself?
Well, once I figured out what that base number is, then I try to keep it at that base number.
I will tell you, though, and I don't know, I know there's some theories out there about maybe them putting more ethanol in the gas and watering it down because my gas mileage has, I mean, I track it, right?
Right.
And I used to get like 44. Now I'm at 43.2 miles to the gallon.
And that's the problem with the increase in the ethanol, right? It will reduce the amount of money that you spend on the gas, but you need to buy more gas because it's burning up faster. And that added ethanol is not good for, is it two-stroke engines?
Ours are all four, but it's not good for engines anyway.
It's not good for engines.
Yeah, because the gas also provides a little bit of lubricant. But look, I want to get to the bottom of who cost Jack 0.08 cents per gallon.
Well, issues along the Strait of Hormuz have triggered a supply disruption, leading oil tankers stranded and driving prices up. Now, at last word, some breaking news is that they're close possibly to a memorandum between the U.S. and Iran to end the war. However, the Trump administration warned those talks could fall apart at any time. But because of the news of this possible memorandum, oil prices as we speak are plummeting.
Yeah, and the market's going through the roof.
And that 0.8 of a gallon per gallon that I have less now will cause me to have to get gas again in September instead of October.
This guy.
Wait. Yeah, I still don't care.
Yeah, me neither. We collectively do not care.
All right, Orange County is lowering the heat threshold for cooling centers. Centers will now open when feel-like temperatures hit 103 degrees.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
That's 5 degrees cooler than last year. Can you imagine you had to wait for it to feel like 108 before you could find relief?
Right.
County officials say their goal is to offer relief sooner to help protect residents.
Hey, boss, I'd really like not to evaporate. Could I?
Has the governor said we're not allowed to promote feel-like temperatures yet?
Oh, wait for that. Wait for that.
It's coming.
All right, we're less than a month away from the start of hurricane season, and state officials think it's time to be prepared. Florida CFO and State Fire Marshal Blaze Ingolia, you can't have a better name when you're the State Fire Marshal, Blaze. I bet he's fun at parties. Shared hurricane prep tips yesterday, and he wasn't just talking about shutters, batteries, and bottled water.
You are going to see fraudsters come out in droves. And I will tell you that there is tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars across the state during hurricane season where people wind up losing deposits or they wind up getting scammed.
He says, take videos of your property before the storm to get full payouts from insurance companies after the storm. Protect your important documents. Think a Ziploc bag. Demand to see a license from a contractor that is not a time to be nice and neighborly, right? Let me see your license. Even take a photo, he says, of the people examining your claim or doing repair work. You can get more tips at myfloridacfo.com.
Isn't this one of the reasons that Florida says we're paying so much for homeowners insurance is because of fraud during hurricanes, roofer fraud and stuff?
That's what
they blamed it on.
That's what they're saying. All right, Florida Space Coast is reporting a big boost in tourism thanks to NASA's Artemis 2 moon mission. Local tourism officials say a new visitor record was set last month. How many people, over this many people, helped generate over $40 million in local spending the week of the launch?
Did you hear what she said? The week of the launch.
So this many people helped generate over $40 million
that week.
I'll go 300,000 people.
That's a really good guess. I'll go 410.
345,000 people.
Oh, wait. That was for me.
We know.
That's about 200,000 more visitors than Artemis 1 4 years ago. But of course, the biggest difference being there were astronauts on this launch, whereas the first one was a test
also
flight.
COVID, right?
You
said 4 years ago?
4 years ago, so that had been 22.
22, we were still dealing with it at that point, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, but not in Florida, bro.
No? Okay, good.
What, did you forget already?
Well, it's just people traveling here. They're coming from areas that don't.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
All right, social media influencer Clavicular is facing criminal charges in Miami-Dade. Yeah.
This guy.
After a video appears to show an alligator being shot at in the Everglades. His real name, Braden Peters, and two others are accused of firing a gun from an airboat at a wildlife management area back in March. Clavicular. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Clavicular has had several brushes with the law as of late, including one case in Osceola County where he was said to reportedly start a fight at a Airbnb and then record some women for social media hits. He sounds like the kind of guy you just can't wait your daughter to bring home, right?
Complete douchebag, yeah.
His arraignment in this latest case is set for May 20th. Meanwhile, a former Miami Dolphins superstar is facing a Florida judge and soon a jury, accused by a social media influencer of battery, assault, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. In her civil suit, Sophie Hall claims her leg was broken when she was, quote, forcefully and purposefully, end quote, pushed during football drills at Tyreek Hill's home back in 2023.
Tyreek Hill denies that he caused her injury. He also contends that Sophie Hall was herself negligent.
Just sounds like you just don't want to invite influencers to your house, doesn't it?
This guy's always in something, isn't he?
My money was on Dan Marino, so I don't know.
Judge David Hames tells potential jurors Hill believes Hall assumed risks when she consented to participating in the drills with the superstar, right?
Yeah.
She needed surgery.
Oh, really?
And now wants compensatory and punitive damages. Opening statements could begin tomorrow. All right, it is time for Keela Fest in Pensacola. The city is holding a parade today in honor of American Idol top 3 contestant Keela Richardson. Yeah, she's from the Panhandle.
Never heard of her.
The parade will start at 4 o'clock this afternoon at South Payfox and Cedar Street. There's then going to be a ceremony where she gets a key to the city.
Nice.
And then later, Richardson is going to perform a free concert at 6:30 at the Hunter Amphitheater. You can get details at cityofpensacola.com.
Is it bad that I do not know who that is?
No, because unless you watch American Idol, I mean, we haven't taled about it yet.
Yeah.
For her to make the top 3, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. The only thing I heard today about reality TV is I guess they made a big deal that right now there are no Florida contestants on Survivor. I guess the last one got voted off, and that's a big deal. Season 500.
Season
550, whatever.
All right.
Season 50. And
then,
they do 2 seasons a year.
Yeah.
Finally, AMC plans on bringing live concerts.
That's crazy.
To the movie theaters.
What a weird idea this is.
The chain says it's launching Arena One at AMC, a live concert series featuring performances from Baby Rexha, Paris Hilton, Maren Morris, and more.
Baby.
The news comes as cinemas have leaned more into showing concert films, such as, I think, Taylor Swift and Beyonce's tour films. Those brought in massive amounts of money when the movies just weren't. This will be interesting because tickets are going to range from $40 to $75. and will be one-night-only events. Each show will be simulcast live in more than 300 AMC locations nationwide, beginning on June 17th.
Didn't they do this for the World Cup back in the day? They opened up some of those broadcasts to theaters, or no? Wasn't there something they did? Like they did something like this before already.
They did it live for the opera that I took my mom to.
Oh, that's right.
That was about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Where it was live streamed from New York through to theaters, nationwide.
And there was another one. And stupid me, I actually thought they were opening up that space for live bands. Like you could go see a live band in a theater. That's what I thought it was. And then you said and then I felt dumb.
Well, you're right.
No, they're not.
No, you're dumb.
No, not dumb.
All right. That concludes your JCS News.
Stupid me.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Wednesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, it's going to be a hot one. Plan for a high of around 93 degrees today in Orlando. That's well above our average high of 87. And the heat isn't going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, tomorrow, we'll plan for a high of around 96 degrees, which could come close to some previous records in many spots across Central Florida. We'll hold on to the 90s all the way into the weekend before a few spotty showers arrive, especially by Monday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Gainesville Hospital.
HCA Florida Gainesville Hospital has opened its doors, featuring state-of-the-art technology and nationally recognized physicians. More convenient access to high-quality care. HCA Florida Gainesville Hospital, located at I-75 and Archer Road.
Everyone likes the power to choose, and right now that's exactly what Renewal by Andersen is giving Central Florida homeowners. For a limited time, pick the offer that works best for you. Take 20% off your entire window and door replacement project, or enjoy 24 months of special financing. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. You know that living here in Central Florida means dealing with intense sun, high humidity, and storm season. Well, Renewal by Andersen's energy-efficient Acclaim Impact windows and doors are designed for Florida homes, helping keep your home cooler, cut drafts, and if you live on the coast, they're built for the toughest conditions. That means more comfort, better performance, and peace of mind year-round. All you need to do, schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. With approved credit, offer expires 6/5/26.
Thinking about selling your home, but you have no idea what it's really worth in today's market? And even worse, you're worried that guessing what it's worth could cost you thousands of dollars? The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty makes it easy to find out the value of your home, and it's free. Simply go to thenickley.com, click on the home value button, enter your address, and you'll get your answer. Fast, free, and no pressure. Just go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. I recently had 2 sets of customers who had vastly different stories. One had purchased elsewhere 3 years ago and spent $5,000, and the other had purchased from OMF 12 years ago and spent $1,000. The difference? Our customer's mattress lasted 4 times longer and cost them 5 times less. Don't waste money on overpriced, overhyped mattresses. Visit the Original Mattress Factory for unbeatable quality and value. Sleep better, longer, for less.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out.
They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Adding great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station.
You guys rock.
Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
Do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-983-2077 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-983-2077. That's 800-983-2077. What do you have to lose? Call 800-983-2077. Again, 800-983-2077.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. Feel like helping out? Go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
What do you do, Colbert Crew?
Uh-oh.
I can't yell, it hurts. You know who? Your favorite teabag in the villas of Duval.
Somebody got tore up last night.
Today we raised a beer to muscle relaxers.
Uh-oh.
I threw out my bag the other day, and I have not been able to squat, bend down, sleep, or anything.
Yeah?
So thank you, muscle relaxers. I love you. Have a good show.
Not laughing at his injury, but definitely it explains his demeanor there, right?
Yeah, his tab popper is still working.
J to the C crew, what's up? I just arrived at Welcome to Rockville and Daytona International Speedway, where I'll be camping until Monday. I got a cooler full of beer, tequila. I got tons of good food, ready to see some awesome bands.
Water.
It's going to be a good time. I will miss you, but I will catch up with you on the pack.
Okay, buddy.
Love ya.
Yeah, I want a review of the show. I don't know. Are you there all 4 days, I guess?
Yeah, the way he said it, he was camping.
Man, what the? I mean, I looked at that lineup again yesterday, or 2 days ago. Woof. So good.
I decided to pass this year. I went the last 2 years. I decided to pass this year.
Yeah, Guns is the big show, right?
That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I would love to go, but I can't do the heat and that sun.
And I just felt old last year.
I'm it's tough, man.
Well, it was also, and it was the same night AC/DC was in Tampa, and I was just thinking that's where I should be.
Yeah.
Instead of walking back and forth from one VIP section to the next. Woe is me.
Yeah. All right, 77031 if you want to text us. Or 3 o'clock keyword is cash. Got about 8 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
That was such a Jim flex, Jack.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Jack is here as well. What's the Jim flex? What
Learn
did I
from
do?
the best.
Having to walk back and forth between VIP.
Between the VIP sections.
Yes. You know what the worst part of it is the air conditioning in the VIP is too cold.
Actually,
the
you know
beer's
what?
too chilly.
What they do have, and if you're going, you can check it out. They have the iHeart dive bar. And
cool.
It's very cool. And what they set up, they have a structure in there with bands, and it was packed, and it's also air conditioned.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it was filled. It's the iHeartRadio dive bar, and that was set up, on the grounds there.
I could do without the AC. That doesn't bother me. But I got to tell you, there's one when you want to like kind of do something like that, like a VIP scenario. For me, it has nothing to do with any of the other stuff. It's bathrooms.
Yeah.
Having access to bathrooms that other people don't have access to just because they stay cleaner and they're more accessible. That's what it's all about.
For me, it's bathrooms and chairs.
Yeah.
So they, in both VIP sections, they had facilities, and then they also had their portalets. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds of portalets they have at this event. It's close to 200,000 people?
Yeah, it's something ridiculous
They run
like that.
through there?
But the other ones, though, when they do the VIP or whatever, they pull up that trailer-looking thing that has the bathrooms built in, where it's like AC, nice sinks, an attendant that takes care of it.
Right here, Mr. Bougie.
It doesn't feel like a portalet, but it's basically a portalet.
Yeah, I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing like opening the door to a portalet that's been sitting and feels like temperatures of 108 degrees for a few hours.
That is a yummy smell. By the way, that sticks with you. That seeps
and on you.
That seeps into your clothing and reminds you about every time you bend down to wipe your nose or something. You're like, oh God, yeah, that's right. Portalet, 105 degrees. Not good. I wanted to ask, when's the last time you guys read a magazine? It's funny, right?
No, I have one. I put it out, and I'm like, when am I going to read this? And I'm like, you know what? I brought it with me on my cruise, brought it back, didn't open it once. Finally, I'm like, you know what? I'll read it in the bathroom. I put it in the bathroom, and today I looked at it. I'm like, I still haven't read that damn thing.
What magazine is it?
I don't want to say.
No, what is it? Say.
It's Hustler.
Like Good Housekeeping?
It's worse.
Oh, a Modern Woman?
Worse.
Gaming?
No. Worse. Older.
TV Guide.
Cosmo.
Older.
Older than National Geographic.
No, older audience than that.
It's not Time
Oh, it's
magazine.
AARP?
AARP.
God almighty. God almighty,
He brought it on the cruise and brought it back.
Well, the best part, he kept forgetting about it. That's the most AARP thing of all time. I swear I brought something.
It's got Eva Longoria on the cover.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's soft porn. The reason I bring this up is do you guys remember Self magazine?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think it was an offshoot of Condé Nast or something like that. They went out of business today, or they shut it down. And the whole thing was like, they stayed open this long? The magazine rack at the store or at a bookstore used to be like where you would go and peruse while your wife was shopping for other stuff. Popular Mechanics, Car and Driver, Guns and Ammo.
Southern Living,
all the other stuff. For
which
me,
can
was
have some really good recipes.
like skateboarding magazines and stuff. And I was like, man, how did they even make it to 2026? Man, I don't know anybody who buys or reads or has a subscription to any magazine anymore. Like, I do not understand that. Like, newspapers are down to nothing, but there are magazines still alive.
I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of people that like their Reader's Digest.
Right, yeah. Time magazine was a big one, right?
Oh, yeah.
And their website is still alive, but it doesn't really get into it. It's almost like they're building the website just for the headlines, but they want you to buy the magazine for the remainder of the content. It is kind of crazy. But man, I don't know anybody that gets a magazine I used to get 4 or 5 sent to my house a month.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I used to get I had a subscription. I would read them. I took them everywhere I went. That's what I like to read. FHM. Remember that? Maxim?
I do. I used to get that.
Yeah, FHM and Maxim, because we got topics from that back in the day. Because, I mean, we had no internet, so we would get a lot of magazines and read magazines looking for, like, just human interest topics, stories that we wouldn't usually see, or, that was the originator of what you see now as memes. Like, this doctor says these are the top 5 things you should eat if you're over 45. Yes. Well, before that, you got that from magazines, like Men's Health or magazines like that. So we got, like, 10 or 12 of them sent to the house between Russ and I. I to get topics for the shows.
AARP is giving you that information. They need a new name. AARP needs a new name.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's always going to be associated with being old.
Like they change, like even the seniors golf tour, they change it to the Champions League,
the Champions
right?
Tour, yeah. So it's not senior.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, we need a new
They're
name.
trying so hard, but it doesn't matter. Every time that offer would arrive in the mail, I would get so insulted.
Oh, yeah. Same here.
I'm like, shove it up your ass.
Oh, my wife.
Oh, that's the same thing for me. When I qualified and they sent my very first AARP thing.
And your wife was like, you better not. You better not.
She came running through the house and holding it up to me like it was a knife. Like, look at this. Look at this. You're old. Get me free tickets. All right, 77031 got a fresh keyword for you, and Animal House on the other side of this break. Stay put.
Celebrate the arrival of summer at the 5th Annual Sanford Riverwalk Rhythm and Brews Barbecue Fest, Saturday, May 9th. Details at realradio.fm/events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Stop and go traffic already. I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. Slow as well. I-4 eastbound between 408 and Robinson Street. And heads up, there's a disabled vehicle. I-4 westbound before Lee Road, blocking the right shoulder. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Man, zero question that when you have plumbing problems in your house, the entire thing stops running. No showers, no flushing toilets, no running sinks. It is the worst. That's why it's always smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy. It's Modern Plumbing Industries. These guys have exceeded every single thing I thought they could do. I mean, these guys have done everything from even customize special parts for my house because it's so old. They go above and beyond on every job, regardless of how small or big it is. You're not going to find anybody that's going to give you better service or more kind service than the guys are over at Modern Plumbing. In business since 1975, and they're employee-owned. All plumbing, gas, and water heaters, so much more. When you book your appointment, just mention the Jim Colbert Show for a $50 discount. It's easy. Just 24-hour service available, 407-327-6000, or find them online at modernpi.com.
Celebrate the arrival of summer and Mother's Day weekend at Sanford Riverwalk Rhythm and Brews Barbecue Fest, Saturday, May 9th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sanford Riverwalk. This is a free family event for all ages, and you can even bring your pets. Live music, craft brews, mouth-watering barbecue, and a full day of family fun. Get details at SanfordBBQFest.com.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. No showings, no open houses, just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, this is Mark Spain. I've been in the business for nearly 30 years, and I know what matters most: selling your home fast and for maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. Supersure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, Supersure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supersure.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-983-2077 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-983-2077. That's 800-983-2077. What do you have to lose? Call 800-983-2077. Again, 800-983-2077.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey guys, happy day. We'd love to give you guys the first win for the $1,000, but even through the app or the radio station's website, you get 400 bad request message. I've cleared my cookies, cleared my cache, everything. Done it 1,700 times, and it still says 400 bad requests. So we'd like to play the game, but we can't.
Listen, what you need to do is email help@iheartradio.com. Let them bastards know what's going on.
We've been getting a lot of text messages about folks getting that error message.
Yeah, help@iheartradio.com.
I hate making it so difficult.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Win is your 4 o'clock keyword. Feel weird giving it. Win, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and get that 400 error code.
Yeah, it's working for some people.
Oh, very good. Yeah. It's W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send it off for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
Let's do Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And as always, Animal House is generously brought to us each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. We'll tell you how you can get in touch with Glenn at the end of Animal House. Feels weird to be doing this. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But please join me in welcoming a regular guest, Kenny and Joelle from the Pet Alliance.
Yay!
And Remy, the big fluffy dog.
She is so sweet.
She is sweet. She is sweet. We'll get the critter cam on her maybe a little later. Or maybe we can get her to jump up on you, Kenny.
Maybe we can. I mean, she's a really well-behaved dog. She didn't even want to jump on the couch outside your studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
I'm looking at her. She doesn't hit me as a jumper, Clint. I'm going to be honest with you. She hits me as an eater, not a jumper.
She likes her Scooby snacks.
Does she like her Scooby snacks?
Yeah.
So is Remy available for adoption?
She is at our Sanford location currently.
So I know she's a mixed breed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what breed she's more predominant?
You can see some shepherd in her, but that brindle coat kind of throws it off. That
It does.
beautiful, soft brindle coat.
Yeah, she is beautiful.
But, 7 years old, 61 pounds, and she's just a perfect dog.
She's got her little white shoes on, little white paws. She looks so cute. She's ready for dinner.
She is ready for dinner.
Brindle and a beautiful smile and a good disposition, and she's soft. My goodness,
Oh,
she's
so
soft.
fluffy. She's so fluffy. So for people who, want a dog, but you don't really think you want to go through the puppy stage, because puppies are cute for a reason. And it's because you want to keep them even though they're eating your furniture and your shoes and they're peeing and pooping everywhere. A 7-year-old dog like Remy has already worked all of that through her system.
Correct. Yep.
She's
That's
just
one of the great things about her.
Look at that smile.
Look at that smile. She is so happy, dude. She's so soft.
If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, Jim Colbert Live.
What a good girl.
She is a good girl.
Goodness.
So along with Remy, you guys have had a lot of stuff going on over at the Pet Alliance. What's been the latest? What's the latest haps?
So, we've moved into our new shelter,
Yeah?
and it's just amazing. Can't wait to give you guys a tour when you want to come by and visit. But then Joelle works at our Sanford location, which we've started puppy training there.
So that's what I wanted to talk to you about this, Joelle, because when Kenny said one of the things to talk about today was group training sessions as well as private training, I thought, well, what a great idea. So what role do you play at the Pet Alliance with your training?
So we are in a lot of areas. So, if there are shelter dogs that need some training, then we help with those dogs becoming more adoptable or remaining adoptable.
Right.
But on top of that, we're now offering those group classes as well as private training to people that adopt from us, as well as those that haven't adopted from us and just need help from a professional trainer.
And what is the goal of the training?
It can depend on whatever is going on with those owners and those dogs. But for the most part, I would say our primary goal is keeping dogs in their homes.
Exactly. Not having to surrender because of behavioral issues you just think you can't get ahead of.
Exactly.
Plus training in the shelter, it's not the best environment for a cat or dog to show off its better, self. They're stressed out. They're in an environment that they're not used to, Kenny.
Right. And with them there, it just really, they get to know the personalities. They get to learn about the dogs, and then they know exactly what the most perfect home is for them. So when people come in looking and they explain, we want a nice soft dog. Well, hello, Remy, right here.
Yeah,
well behaved. They know who to introduce them to.
Have you guys noticed that the economy has slowed down adoptions, or have you guys seen any difference in behavior when it comes to people who adopt pets?
I mean, we're still doing really good with adoptions, thankfully. Like, we're really happy. People still want those four-legged unconditional love in their home.
Sure, yeah.
But we are noticing, there's more people asking about the pet food pantry, or we're lucky that they ask about low-cost spaying and neutering or vaccines, and luckily we have the clinics that can help them out at Pet Alliance. So we help out that
That's
way.
awesome. That's awesome. By the way, you can go to the website and make a donation as well. They have a list there, like a wish list there that you can donate to.
Yeah, and I was talking to Kenny and Joelle before we came on the air and talked about, I've had to use your veterinary services before, and it's a great resource for a family who's wondering, on top of everything, how are we going to afford the vet bills?
Exactly.
And then how does your pet food pantry work?
So that's all run by donations. So back again with the wish list and on our website, people will donate food, animal food to us, and then what we do is when we have enough to supply to give out to the community, we set a distribution date, open it up to the public, and, come on down to Sanford and get the food you need for your dog so you don't have to surrender them.
Well, speaking of your wish list, I know there's a couple of items that we'd like to talk about first, but I know you guys wouldn't want to leave today without giving some props to Shannon, Chad, Cheryl, and some other members of our team here at iHeartMedia who put on quite a gorgeous display for the Pet Alliance in 409, right?
It is amazing in there. I walked in, like my mouth dropped. Remy started sniffing everything. She's like, this is all for me, isn't it?
Yep.
But thank you guys so much. I mean, you help us out throughout the year, and then was really not expecting all of that. So thank you.
Yo, You're welcome. I mean, I don't know if you've had a chance to see it, Jim. Hey, Remy. But it is a great setup in Studio 409. Just huge props for the Pet Alliance.
Yeah. They did a cool thing this morning.
Yeah, they did.
It was very cool.
Did. So, well, you're a beloved organization to Central Florida. Remy decided to go with Jack.
Right.
I guess, she's still here.
She's like, hey, open door. Let's go. She adopted him. See?
The last time that happened, Jim opened the door and...
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Don't do that again.
The dog ran to the break room. It was smart.
Yeah. By the way, I'm on the website, petallianceorlando.org. Man, you guys have some really, really adorable dogs out in Sanford available right now. I mean, one of this is like a Brindle, gray and black Brindle puppy and named Boone. That is so adorable. What are you laughing at? Is that
She's
your
smiling
favorite?
because she knows Boone.
Yeah. Man.
She's like, bitch, don't you look at Boone.
Look, here's Remy, Osiris, Trixie. So many cool dogs, different personalities. You can literally see it in the photograph, the personalities. And you have dogs like Remy's age, and you have dogs that are puppies up here.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's awesome.
And by the way, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel right now, Jack is in there showing the love that our iHeart location gave this morning. But, I think the bigger news, Kenny, is that Jimmy talked about the dogs and the puppies that are available. Have you heard the news?
Which news?
Jimmy is
come on, stop it.
What news?
He's a cat lover now.
That's okay. We have cats at Pet Alliance too.
We do.
And it's
We sure
and
do.
it's kitten season, and there are so many kittens. Yeah,
Jimmy.
Oh, man.
You could get a kitten. They are the best.
So my daughter had our first grandchild, and we are sitting her cat, and the cat is just this tabby kind of orangey, a calico kind of cat, and it's very cool. It's very cool.
Yeah.
They're very cool.
He
Cats
calls
are
her
cool.
my cat.
Yeah, very, very cool. She's kind of warming up to me. She actually comes to me now when I call her. When I get up in the morning, she's right behind me on the way to get coffee. So kind of digging the cat thing a little bit.
Well, that sounds a lot like a cat that's in foster right now. But when Butters the kitten becomes available, I'll give you a call.
Butters?
His name is Butters, and he's an orange tabby.
Is he really?
Oh, he's going to have that orange tabby energy.
Yep.
But both Jack and myself, we both have adopted kittens from the Pet Alliance. So
Thank you.
we're a Pet Alliance family
You
here.
are. You're
We
extended
appreciate
family.
it.
Yes.
Oh, of course. So speaking of your wish list, outside of what our great coworkers were able to donate today, what is on your wish list that you want most from the Central Florida community to help you out with?
Well, since we're talking about our behaviors and our training, let's talk about the enrichment wish list.
Yeah, so I mean, we can always use any kind of like puzzle toys. Treats are always great because we can do all sorts of things with them. Any kind of toys, especially ones that are very durable for some of our shelter dogs, so that they can get that good playtime.
Now, do you give toys outside of the kennels? Because I know for some rescues, giving toys is a very, it can be a great thing, and it can lead to fights between dogs. So it's probably best to check and make sure that you guys do take toys?
We let them have the toys, but we don't leave them like overnight in their kennel.
Ah, there
Right,
you go. So,
exactly.
Okay, good. So they can play, but they don't get attached and then end up creating issues with it.
Right, exactly.
And the cool thing is the wish list takes you right to Amazon. So if you have your account, you literally just click on the product and then send it right to you guys. It's really click and play, very easy, and easy to navigate on the website as well. So when you go to the website, petallianceorlando.org, you will see the services. You can click right down there and it goes right to the general wish list. They have a pantry wish list. They have a foster care wish list. So whatever you feel motivated to give toward, whether it be cash, which you can set up a thing where you can give monthly if you'd like,
Yes,
and just
we love
have
that.
have that be part of your charitable donations for the year. But they really do offer so many opportunities for you to help out. Everything from the general wish list, like I was saying, all the way up to enrichment, food pantry, and even foster care. So tons and tons of availabilities for you to help out if you'd like.
Thank you. Yes, please.
And then back to the training, Joelle. So, folks, can they sign up for training even if they didn't adopt through the Pet Alliance, or is this mainly for Pet Alliance clients?
No, even if you did not adopt from us, you can absolutely sign up for
Really?
the training classes. Yep. Yeah. So we'll be starting drop-in puppy socials, and then we'll have ongoing puppy classes, private training you can find on our website as well. And that's for anyone from the public that would like to join us.
Wow.
That
the
is
next-
nice.
The next round of classes are going to be starting Saturday, May 23rd.
And what
So-
kind of price point are we looking at?
I believe it's $125.
Correct. Yep.
See, okay.
That is correct.
Per session?
So that's for a 5-week round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
so
cool.
we do our best to also offer that at a nice rate that people can afford, so we can make sure again that those dogs stay in their homes. We can prevent any behavior issues, especially for those puppies.
Very nice.
Absolutely. So, Kenny, please make sure that you let me know what's going on with Mr. Butters.
Oh, I will.
Because I'm a little worried about Jim when he has to give his cat back to his daughter. What's going to happen? So we want to be able to meet those emotional needs.
If that happens. I don't know where she is. She must have run off. Let's see if I can find her over the next 2 years.
Well, Kenny, Joelle, and Remy, thank you guys so much for stopping by.
There we go.
Look at how beautiful she is. Oh, and again, she's available for adoption.
Oh, that's a
61 pounds.
baby.
Oh, yeah, look at that face.
That's a cuddle chunk right
Isn't
there.
it?
Is what that is.
Seriously, 61 pounds, 7 years old.
Look at you.
She hasn't made a peep. She hasn't looked for, I mean, of course, we took the garbage can out, but she's been nothing but a
She's
good
so
girl
sweet.
in
She's
here.
been an
Isn't she
angel
sweet?
today.
And her coat is, she's got that brindle coat, but she's got a layer of fluff to her that's just... Well, thank you guys as always. And Kenny, you've always been really good keeping me up to date when the pups find their forever homes. I hope to hear about
We'll
Remy
make sure
finding
we'll
hers.
let you know about Remy.
I'm sure it'll be before the end of the week. Yeah, absolutely. So put your hands together for Joel, Kenny, and Remy. And you guys know Animal House is brought to you each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. Just a couple of reasons why you should call Glenn. If you've been in any kind of an accident, he's not going to pass your case off to a caseworker. Glenn is going to handle your case. So much so he's going to give you his personal cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he's voted super lawyer and legal elite. He truly is an animal lover and a friend of the show. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, give him a call, 407-917-1718, or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com. Someone adopt Remy before
All right,
I do.
407-916-1041. Win is your 4 o'clock keyword, WIN. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show and our buddy Scott Maxwell.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning. Because y'all said I wasn't cool this week.
Well, you
Booyah!
are.
I am cool. Boom, boom, ka-choo. Me and Ryan are the coolest.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Accident in Volusia County, 415 southbound. All lanes are closed between Doyle Road and Enterprise Osteen Road. Again, all lanes closed 415 southbound between Doyle and Enterprise Osteen Road due to a crash there. A little bit of a slow ride right now, I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Guys, this Mother's Day, celebrate mom and your life with a beautifully curated brunch over at Rosen Center, crafted by our friend Chef Tony Navoa, inspired by the dedication and love his own mother instilled in him. Each dish is a reflection of the care and intention that make gatherings like this completely unforgettable. And if you want it to be completely unforgettable, get out to the Rosen, guys. Not only is the food amazing and the setup gorgeous, this entire hotel property is absolutely beautiful. So not only do you get the great lunch experience with mom without all the cleanup afterwards, you get to take those wonderful photographs that you keep forever. That's what's awesome. Dozens of decadent dishes, fresh seafood and sushi, omelet station, waffle station, carving stations, complimentary champagne and mimosas, plus free self-parking as well. Rosen Center makes celebrating mom so easy and unbelievably delicious. Adults are $72.95, kids $34.95, and if you're under 3, you're eating for free with a paying adult. Like I said, complimentary champagne and mimosas. Check them out today. It's 407-996-3969, or make your reservation at rosencenter.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The 35th Annual Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival is lighting up Lock Haven Park May 12th through the 25th. With over 100 shows from around the world, there's something for everyone at Fringe. Weekends are for Kids Fringe, a free festival just for kids with hands-on fun and performances. Chill on the Fringe lawn with live free music, pop-up shows, and a full bar. And when the sun sets, Fringe After Dark takes over with late-night adults-only entertainment every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Plan your Fringe at OrlandoFringe.org.
We started Henyon and Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon and Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long. So you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Negative equity refinanced. Expires 6/5/26.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-983-2077 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-983-2077. That's 800-983-2077. What do you have to lose? Call 800-983-2077. Again, 800-983-2077.
Our call with Scott Maxwell is brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. You know, it's not just home loans. That Mortgage Guy Don also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans too. And if you want to buy a business or franchise, That Mortgage Guy Don has your back with over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. You can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Win is your 4 o'clock keyword, WIN. Somebody said they cleared some stuff in their computer and it started working again, so give it another shot.
Nice.
And I also heard from our IT department nationwide. They're aware of it. They're working on it. It's not just Real Radio. They're not targeting us. It's every station dealing with
WIN. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And every single Wednesday around 4:20, we invite this gentleman to drop by to talk about a few things. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel. You can read his columns Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You guys give it up good and loud for Sweet Heat, the Truth Dragon, Mr. Scott Maxwell.
Yay! From the dining room.
All of his booze.
What? Are you flexing? Are you bourbon? Are you bourbon flexing today, dude?
So there's the
No,
it's
these
the
are just
Watchdog.
leftovers. Oh yeah, here's the one we had last week.
Very nice.
No, these are actually just the leftovers that don't fit in the bourbon cabin.
Oh, double flex. That's a double flex in the business.
Yeah, this is a cask strength though. If you
that's a good one.
Where'd you get that one? Do you remember? Yeah.
Is that you?
That was a gift presented by the Jim Colbert Show when he filled in when you were out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Very good.
It was very kind of you.
You and I did not talk this morning. Usually on the days that you are going to be on the program, we have a little chat about what you wrote about. I do not know at all what the column is about today, so spring it on me, big boy.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that exciting. And I'll tell you, too, there's the one I posted today, which is basically just about it's another sad story about housing. And I know every time we talk about this, your texting service usually lights up because the cost of housing is something that resonates with everybody. Every year there's a group called the National Affordable Housing Coalition puts out a report about where the best and least amount of affordable housing is. And affordable housing, by the way, does not mean like low income housing. It just means like housing that people can afford. And once again, Orlando was dead last, tied with, once again, Las Vegas. And if you didn't read it, I would like you to guess, for every 100 units of needed housing, of affordable housing, how many units do you think the Metro Orlando, Central Florida, has available?
For every house that's needed, how many do we have?
For every 100 houses needed, how many do you think are?
I'll go 3.
Oh, come on, dude. Wait, you made that face when he said 3?
I mean, that's he's not letting anybody go under him with that one. That's for sure.
I love 2 spots.
I'll go 40.
I'll go 7.
Deb wins. It is 13.
Wow.
And flip that around. That means for every 87 families that are looking for a house, in the sort of the affordable range or an apartment or a condo, they cannot find it. And there's 2 sides to this equation. One of the things that we've talked over and over about again is about wages. There's a reason Las Vegas and Orlando are tied for dead last. It's because our wages here blow chunks. But the other side of it is just housing, and we don't let enough housing be built. I should say let and encourage enough housing. And, this is an issue I've kind of come around on. Zoning, it's a little bit outdated in urban areas, and there's government sometimes has all these rules about letting, developers come in and build. And if somebody wants to build 100 units on a lot that normally has 5 units, that's good for housing stock. And I think we have to allow more of that in places like where it's urban, not out, where Jim's living. Because I know there's a reason you moved out there, so you don't have anybody around for 45 acres.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it is. I bought a bunch of acreage and moved right to the dead center of it. And then just put a bunch of stay away signs up, yeah.
But we got to do that. And frankly, it's going to take some subsidized housing. And I think there are some people who go, oh, Maxwell, you're talking about subsidies. We already subsidize housing. And I got to tell you, one project that you all may remember that just still steams my clams from 2 years ago was when the Orlando Magic came in and said they wanted to do an entertainment district. And this is supposed to have, it's supposed to have a convention center. It's supposed to have retail, but it's also supposed to have a housing complex. And the city of Orlando gave them, I can't remember, it was either $40 million worth of tax breaks and incentives. And in exchange for all that money, they promised to make 10 of their 300 plus units affordable housing. 10, the number came out to, I think, 3.7%. So that's not the kind of subsidies that I think helps folks around.
And the other thing is I saw that project they started on Paramore, years and years ago. I want to say it was 02 or 04. They built this spec house, and that actually was in the paper today. And the overhead shot, you can see where it was supposed to be. And I think, is this the same house you've been talking about, Deborah?
Yeah, the one that I think it's Shan Rose, her district, and they called it affordable housing, where the prices started at $380,000.
Yeah, that house has been sitting there untouched, unlived in, and everything for like 20 years because they ran into some financing issues. Then there were some political issues. Then there was COVID. So it's just been kicked down the road for a while. But that's supposed to be happening down there, I think, in the Paramore area, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And I think what's needed is just everybody. Part of what got me thinking about this is there's a church over in Pine Hills that recently made news because they said they had a bunch of land and they were trying to decide what to do with it. And this church decided they wanted to build 300 units of affordable housing. And this got a little bit of carping from some neighbors and some other people who said, why does a church want to get into the housing business? But my general thought is, bring it on.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. You know, if somebody wants to do it, I don't care whether it's a church, whether it's another nonprofit, whether it's a for-profit developer, we need more housing. And there's a book called Homelessness is a Housing Problem. And it sounds like pretty obvious, but there's a story this author shared with me, a group of Orlando folks a few years ago. It always stuck with me. He said, imagine a game of musical chairs. There's 10 people roaming around 10 people going around 8 chairs, and 2 people, one who has, let's say, a disability and one who has a mental health problem. The music stops. Those 2 don't get their chairs. The question he posed to the audience is, why do you think those 2 people didn't get seats? And most people would say, well, because they've got disabilities. He would say, no, the answer is because there weren't enough chairs.
Yeah.
And I actually thought it was a pretty good point. That we shouldn't have, scrambling so that the least fit are the ones that get left out. There should just be enough houses, whether that's government, whether it's the private sector. And I think at 13 for every 100, it's pretty clear that we're not doing enough.
Hey, let me ask you a question because I do not know the answer to this, Scott. This Hope Florida thing that DeSantis and his wife cooked up, is that what that's supposed to do? Because wasn't the entire idea of that is to get people off of government assistance and get churches involved with providing housing like that? And isn't that kind of what churches are supposed to do, is offer some type of solitude to people who can't offer it to themselves? I've always thought that's kind of what part of the mission for churches was, is as community outreach.
Yeah, I think that I don't know that Hope Florida was necessarily housing first, but yes, definitely it was about supposedly encouraging the notion that private nonprofit groups could fill the gap that government could not. As you may know, it didn't turn out that Hope Florida did a whole lot.
Yeah.
It looked like it was set up for other purposes. But yeah, and I got to tell you, there are a lot of nonprofit groups that really do a lot. I think one you've heard of before, Shepherd's Hope.
Yes.
Here in Central Florida, a lot of people do not realize that is the largest privately run medical clinic in the entire state of Florida. And it's run by a faith-based nonprofit. All they do is bring in volunteer doctors and nurses. And I'm not just talking about general physicians. They have oncologists who come in, like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if you think you've got cancer, all they do is treat people who can't afford health insurance or don't have health insurance. So there are a lot of faith-based groups that are I'd say most of the groups I work with end up being faith-based for one reason or another. And maybe not most, but a lot. But yeah, there is a lot of that. But there needs to be more, because once upon a time, government sort of served as a safety net, and we have very much gotten away from that.
Yeah, for sure. I just got a text in. I want you to, just kind of, excuse me.
Sure.
It says this blank hole is blanking delusional. They are overbuilding in this state and not enough people to buy or rent. Well, the math doesn't really add up to that, does it? I mean, that math is there are more people in the state that need housing, and the housing, unfortunately, is not accessible to most people because the starting price for a home in the state's around $450, is it not?
Oh, yeah. Yes. And then I think the starting rent is like $1,900 for basic stuff. So you got the profanity down right, sir. Now maybe check the facts. If we had too much housing.
Oh, no, that takes too much time.
Everybody would have a cheap house.
Right, yeah.
That's the whole point. Housing has gone crazy. When I moved here, and Jim and I lived in a similar neighborhood back when we didn't know each other 25 years ago. I bought a 4-bedroom house with a pool for $125,000 in unincorporated Maitland. Right now, that same house is going to be selling for closer to $400,000 to $1 million. That is not near downtown. That is not near anything else that's unincorporated Seminole County. We've written about this before. There are this Uber driver I profiled a while ago who's moved out to Polk County, and this neighborhood, they had to pay $350,000 to $400,000 for nothing houses out in Polk County. If we had too much housing, they'd be giving it away.
Right.
Instead, it is sky high.
Yeah, the fact is they're building the housing because so many people are moving to the state. Matter of fact, one of the reasons that DeSantis said he redistricted in the middle of the decade is because we've gotten 2 million more people in, and that's one of the reasons. So, yeah, your math doesn't add up, boss. You got to look at your facts a little bit better. That doesn't really work.
Although it is interesting, keep an eye on those stats. Florida has been one of the fastest growing states ever since the invention of air conditioning. There's no doubt about it. Doesn't have anything to do with Ron DeSantis any more than it had to do with Charlie Crist or Rick Scott. People always want to go to Florida. But for the first time in like a half a century, that population growth has started to slow over the past year, to the extent that even like the Chamber of Commerce is sounding an alarm, saying that people, and once again to your caller's point, can't afford to live here. Well, this used to be the land of cheap, and now people are realizing, first of all, I can't get a starter home for less than $500,000, and don't get me started on property insurance.
Yeah, and the other thing too, Scott, I mean, they're visiting. Trust me. Did you see Disney's numbers? The revenue for ridiculous, right? They're definitely coming here. They're just not staying. And to the gentleman who wrote that text, also consider this: a house is a house. That's a structure. You got to put it somewhere. Have you priced land in this state, dog? You should look around a little bit before you send stupid texts, because land in this state is unbelievably expensive. Housing is just a structure. You got to put it somewhere. And I don't care if you're buying a mobile home when that land costs an average of $180,000 for a quarter acre or half an acre or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what your structure is. Good luck.
And another thing that drives up housing costs more in tourism areas like Arizona and Nevada and Florida is corporations that are buying these entire neighborhoods, in some cases, of housing and basically turning them into Airbnb money-making opportunities. You know, it's America. If they want to do it, that's fine. But that's all houses that come off the market.
Right.
That's what increases demand. And by the way, even if you think I've never wanted what you call affordable housing. You want more affordable housing because when there's more of that on the market, everybody's housing prices goes down. When the bar gets lowered at the bottom, it gets lowered everywhere else. And right now, we've talked about this times before. It's hard for me to see my kids owning their own house, certainly not at age 24, 25, or 26 like we did. That is so far out of reach for people in these, regular white-collar starting jobs. They're just not able to do it.
You know what the average age for the first-time home buyer is right now for the first time ever in the U.S.?
I don't.
40 years old.
That's nuts.
40 years old, Scotty. 40 years old in the United States of America is the average age for the first-time home buyer. Not in Florida or Alabama or Arkansas, all around the nation. That is completely insane. It used to be like late 20s, early 30s. It's a full decade farther now, and I still think that number is maybe a little skewed because I think even at 40, maybe it's a little out of reach.
And think about that. What you're talking about is what we commonly know, we identify as the American dream. Right? That's like what everybody says. If you're living in America, you should be able to do. And that keeps getting more and more delayed and deferred. And we haven't even gotten into savings and retirement. I am scared to death that our generation is going to be eating cat food in about 30 years because the amount of people who do not have any amount of substantial money saved up, we're long past the days of companies providing pensions and hardy investments into 401ks. You're basically on your own. So we're headed for financial problems, especially after the boomers generation.
Yeah, 100%, man. It is sketchy AF out there. As I look around, of course, I've always been interested in real estate. So even though if I'm not buying or selling anything, I'm always paying attention to the market and what's going up and what's going down. And I almost don't care where it is in Central Florida, even in Pine Hills, which was an area that almost nobody wanted to live in. Now, I just saw a thing today where they're kind of revitalizing Pine Hills because they see a possibility with people moving in with no other options, an opportunity to maybe gentrify part of that city and kind of bring it back to life. Because when they started that city, it was basically for the people who were, working at Martin Marietta and those areas out there. They thought that was going to be like the newest, hottest neighborhood. And then just time does its thing and off we go. But I've even heard they're doing that.
Yeah, I think, and we need to do a lot more building. That's the bottom line everywhere. And I think in urban areas we have to go up. And I know sometimes people don't like the idea, but if you can't keep going out. That's sprawl. We don't have enough room for it. We don't have enough. People can't afford to get to and from work. Yeah. And before we go, Jim, I got one other thing I just want to throw you. It's a column I just posted before I got on here. It's a term I have. I thought I coined it, but after I looked it up, somebody else came up with it.
Oh, but they're already texting about it.
Are they? Have you ever heard the term broflake?
I saw it today. I saw the.
I really thought I was super keen, and then right before I posted the column, I looked it up and saw some people have used it before. But I was thinking about it's all these guys who are so aggressive and want to tell you exactly what it is, and basically often why they have it so tough. Particularly white guys have it so tough. But then as soon as you say anything back to them, they get so triggered and they get so upset. And the reason I was writing about this is I think Florida is sort of the state of the rise of the broflake. And one of the, I think DeSantis and Uthmeier sort of symbolize this. But the name I want to put on your radar, and I think he's already on your radar, Jim, is this candidate named James Fishback.
Yeah.
This guy, looks like, I'll say an extremist by any definition. There's questions about whether he's even a legal candidate here in the state. But he's an absolute nobody, dropping anti-Semitic talk about, watch out for the Jews and all this stuff. And yet this guy is starting to build more of a following, especially among young white men on college campuses, to the extent that the most recent poll has him ahead of, for instance, the lieutenant governor. Ron DeSantis' own lieutenant governor. This guy is now out polling. Now, it's still everybody's still way behind Byron Donalds, who's up at like 40%. But this guy's now at 9%. And I think you never would have seen this 2 or 4 years ago, maybe before Trump, but certainly before DeSantis. And that's the broflake age.
He's the guy who was banned from Waffle House, right?
Yeah, he's the guy who also joined Tinder to meet young ladies.
Yeah, he's got to go.
There is something else weird about like his involvement with the college debate team. There's nothing about this guy that seems normal.
None of that matters anymore.
Because he's going out with this grievance tour. He's going out and telling young white guys, you are being hosed, whether it's by dark-skinned people, whether it's by Jewish people. You're not getting everything you're due in life. White guys are the only guys who can be discriminated against in America anymore. And I'm here to follow. What he actually says is to follow the Ron DeSantis plan. And that's starting to resonate. And suddenly you have him outpolling the lieutenant governor.
Wow. That's Jay Collins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it seems clear why they've for so many years wanted to defund public education.
Yeah. What do you mean wanted to? They have done it. It is. It is currently happening.
They're whitewashing history books and censoring, discussions because they don't want the facts that contradict these narratives being out there, and that's broflakery.
Yeah. Oh man. Broflakery that's the word you should coin there, buddy.
All right, I'll stick with it. I'll keep trying.
Good and loud for Scott Maxwell, guys.
Hey, woohoo!
All right, 407-916. Good seeing you, buddy, as always. We'll see you soon.
Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.
Hit that bourbon. Call me. All right, 407-916-1041. Win, by the way, is your 4 o'clock keyword, WIN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Our constant mispronunciations and poor grammar are clear indicators that we are not AI. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, the Central Florida Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Snow Bergen here. We're looking at a blend of clouds and sun over the next few days. Some record heat coming in for Thursday. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 90s. Record in Orlando for tomorrow is 98. Friday still in the mid-90s. Very hot for the time of year. This weekend, a couple of PM thunder showers. It doesn't look like a lot. Maybe a little bit better chance heading into Monday of next week. Mother's Day looks fine, just hot. Temperatures in the 90s. Going to get back to some drier weather by the middle of next week.
This report is sponsored by OUC. OUC is proud to be known as the reliable one. Based on the most recent PSC data from Florida's investor-owned utilities, OUC ranked #1 in the state for reliability. Your power, our priority. Learn more at ouc.com/reliability.
iHeartRadio congratulates the class of 2026. They've got their music and you've got yours. Whether you graduated in 75, 85, 95, or just last year, we've got a playlist for your class. music that brings you right back to the moment. Think of it as a time machine.
This is how we do.
A music time machine. Just open the free iHeart app, search Class of and the year you graduated to relive your glory days one song at a time.
C-Lane here. Guys, let's have a talk for a second. If ED is starting to show up, you already know that's not something that just fixes itself. You can brush it off, joke about it, but when it matters, it still shows up. And yeah, it messes with your head, messes with your confidence, and it affects your relationship. Your partner notices, and you can only ignore that for so long. If you're still depending on pills every time, hoping for a different result, you know that's not really a fix. And that's why guys are calling Premier Men's Medical Center. They're helping men get things back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. And listen, 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. That's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call Premier Men's Medical Center.
Orlando, this is your last chance to see the Storm at home in the regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m. The Orlando Storm take on the DC Defenders at the Inter & Co Stadium. It's Hats Off to the Heroes Night as we honor the brave men and women who serve our community and our country. Be there for hard-hitting football, a playoff push, and an electric Friday night under the lights. Plus, the first 5,000 fans get a free Orlando Storm hat. Tickets start at just $16. Get yours now at UFLstorm.com. That's UFLstorm.com. Join the Storm. Experience the chaos.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Heather Sparks, head of content at Zenith, discusses the power of radio hosts.
I actually think DJs were the original influencers. You invited them into your home, you invited them into your ear, you built a relationship with them, you understood and trusted the things that were interesting to them.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Just a simple, stress-free way to sell your home. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Chris, said, selling our 16-year-old home was quick thanks to the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. We avoided the stress of showings, constant cleaning, and negotiations. Their guaranteed offer was beyond what we were hoping for. I've been in the business for nearly 30 years, and I know what matters most. Selling your home fast and for maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise promised big, and it delivered. Now the bar's set. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, it's time to get on board. Set sail aboard the Celebrity Summit in March 2027, where laid-back luxury meets country fun. We're talking toes in the sands of Bimini, fun in the sun in Key West and Cozumel, live band karaoke, trivia, bingo, and performances from Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, Randy Hauser, and more. Lock in your cabin now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickley.com.
At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
I love the Colbert Show. People ask me why, I say I don't know. 'Cause he can't pronounce names worth a damn. But he still tries. I mean, come on. But Deb is the beauty of the show, and Jack, well, you know, Jack's Jack. That's all I gotta say.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Man, I've got going through some kind of allergy thing or something. Really, it's so hard to talk. My apologies, guys. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. 4 o'clock keyword is win, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance. Excuse me, at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
You want me to find you like a piece of gum or anything that will make sure you're here tomorrow?
It's wild. No
kidding.
It's
Here,
just
vitamin C.
Sneezing and like a scratchy throat, but it's not. It is not sickness. I don't feel sick at all. It's just obviously allergies have hit me or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can hear it in the congestion in your voice, and your voice is getting a little reedy, little thin.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll take it easy tonight.
Real quick, texters reporting they successfully keywords are working. So win is the keyword. You have 6 minutes to get win entered at realradio.fm, and let's grab the winner for this hour.
Let's go for sure. 100%. So the Yachtly Cruise is coming up soon. It's about a month away, the 13th of June. And my wife and I, have you guys talked about what you're dressing up as or what you're doing? This is a themed cruise, Yacht Rock Cruise. And the people who have purchased tickets, we cannot wait to see you. It's going to be a good time. Lots of stuff lined up to have some fun.
I've dipped my toe in it, but I'm treating it gingerly. Husband isn't as much into dressing up as you and the missus are.
And that's usually where I am.
So that's the interesting part of this is because I know, my wife and I, we like doing stuff like this. We've done it a bunch. We dressed up as the Bundys once for a gig. So we don't mind doing this. I love it. I actually think it's a lot of fun. And I know that you don't have a problem with it because we've done this before on the show.
Oh, my husband's a little bit more of a conservative Republican than you are.
But your husband doesn't seem to be playful like that.
I've been trying. I mean, he's the one who created the Highland Festival in Mount Dora, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the one who got their tartan registered in Edinburgh, Scotland. Do you think that man has ever wore his kilt yet?
No.
Actually, he did. He wore it once. He wore it once.
I don't want to hear that story. Please just keep that to yourself.
Deb.
Yeah.
It was great.
And Jack,
I was Merida from Brave.
Okay. Truck stops are full. But your wife, your wife is an entertainer.
She's a classic.
She would
for
dress
this.
up like, are you the one that's having a problem dressing up or finding something?
I'm not having a problem. I typically loathe the idea of the whole costume, Halloween BS.
Yes, fun. You just love fun. Yeah, we get it. You smell of it. So you smell of somebody who hates fun.
Thank you.
So with that said, have you landed on anything? Are you doing? Because I know you have to incorporate the captain's hat. So if the captain's hat's not in there, it's almost not even worth going.
I have an idea. My wife is working on it. By working on it, I mean daily. I think she's wandering around a thrift shop or a Goodwill or some secondhand store. So
I
trust she's going to come up with something.
I did a preliminary search on both 70s and 80s costumes.
Like duos and stuff like that? Or is that,
yeah. And I was like, we might lean a little bit more into the 70s.
Well, and I think that's where we may go as well. But, you have your Sonny and Cher, right? You have Captain and Tennille.
Yeah.
You have Captain Stubing, if you wanted to do that. And we'd even thought doing the Love Boat thing, the Captain Stubing thing, and Julie, the cruise director.
I'm leaning more toward the Mrs. Roper.
Are you really?
From Three's Company.
A muumuu?
A muumuu and a wig, baby.
So, oddly enough, my wife, the other day, we were riding around, and I'm like, look, we got to come up with something. We can't wait until the last minute. I'm so notoriously bad at doing that. I actually want to have this ready to go and feel good about it before we leave for this thing. Do you have any ideas? She took 2 beats, boom, boom, and looks at me and says, how about Hall & Oates? I would be Daryl Hall. She would be John Oates.
The only thing that would have made that better if it was a surprise when we showed up.
No, I'm saying I have to figure this stuff out. Do you like the idea of Hall & Oates?
I think it's
kind of funny.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But you should be Oates.
No, I can't be Oates. I'm too tall. And I'm a natural.
That's why it would be funny.
And I'm a natural blonde.
I just watched a 20-minute YouTube video about them, all about the latest breakup and everything.
I will tell you, my wife and I, again, talking about this last night because we were talking about what we're talking about, and she looks at me and she says, "Do you remember that show we went to?" So, her dad is a real big Hall & Oates fan, so I got us all tickets to go to the Hall & Oates show when they came to Orlando. And we had good tickets, so we went in there and I was like, this is going to be great. I mean, every one of these songs, you're going to know every single one of them. Yep. These guys wrote so many good songs. They could play 2 hours and you'd probably know every single syllable of every tune they're going to play, right? And when they get out there, sure enough, there they are, Hall & Oates, exactly what you'd think, on 2 separate sides of the stage, right? And we noticed for about the first 20 minutes, I'm like, these guys are not interacting at all. And when I say not at all, they're not even looking at each other. They're not acknowledging the fact that the other one is on stage, right? So we were kind of, we knew there was some drama between these guys for years. We thought that was all cleared up. But what got cleared up is the fact that they can make a whole bunch of money touring together and maybe not as much touring apart, right? So they play a song right after we have that little conversation. They play a song, and then when they go back to play the next song, Daryl Hall steps into the mic and goes off on a good 10-minute rant about Trump.
10 minutes?
I mean, you can ask my wife.
That's a long time.
He is in it, dude. I mean, he is going off.
That's a long time.
Right? He's going off. And it's so uncomfortable. It is getting so uncomfortable. The entire audience is getting uncomfortable. And then John Oates is just back there in the background, like just kind of stepped away from his mic. He had his hands crossed in front of his guitar. And after Daryl Hall keeps going and going and going, there was a tiny pause. And John Oates slowly walks up to his mic and goes, "You feel better, Daryl?" Like really condescending like that. And he looks over and he goes, "John, I do." And then they played the rest of the tunes. They left the stage in different directions, and that was it. Hall & Oates.
And you paid for that.
And we paid for that.
Well, you got the music.
Yeah. And my wife said Cyndi Lauper did the same thing.
Really?
She saw her at Hard Rock Live out there like a few years back, and she said she was really excited to see her because there was also an opener that was supposed to be a good show. And she said Cyndi Lauper played her songs, but between every single song, you got a 2-minute dissertation on how she hated the administration or hated this politician or hated that politician.
Yeah.
And she said it just got tiresome after a while. And even people who weren't like supporters of that administration were like, okay, dude, move on. We came here to see a show, not to get preached at. Let's go.
So for the most, some people don't. You don't expect that from. Like I wouldn't have expected that in Cyndi Lauper concert.
Right.
But she has a right. She drew a crowd. You're there for her art, and this is something that's deeply personal to her. She wants to share it. You got to kind of balance how much of that you want filtered into your show.
Yeah, because you came there for her art, not her opinion.
In 8 days, I fully expect this because Springsteen's current tour is, that's solely focused on
half the news.
This.
Half the news out of that tour is the fact that he spends so much time, talking about the administration.
So it's not like you're going there and you're surprised by it. Because he did it in 2004 with the Vote for Change tour, where he, it is political. So, his song selection is specifically about current times.
Yeah.
And it's all that, and I will be there in 8 days.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a fresh keyword for you now.
The Orlando Fringe starts May 12th, and we want to give Fringe performers the chance to promote their shows using the Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app during the Jim Colbert Show. 30 seconds of radio time to tell the world why they should come see your show. Get the details at realradio.fm/fringe.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Slow ride right now, I-4 eastbound between 408 and Robinson Streets. Also, crash blocking the left shoulder. Goldenrod Road, southbound after Bates Road, and tapping the brakes, I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call does it all. Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services.
Coming to terms with a dying AC unit is tough. If you need to replace your AC, visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com to schedule your free estimate. Advanced Air Home Services. License CAC 1820806. Terms and conditions apply.
It's not just home mortgages. No, that mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans as well. And if you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck. And that's because that mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Maybe you want to buy a business or franchise. Don't worry, that mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. And you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Everybody knows Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it right now at your local Tools Ace Hardware. That's right, from homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools as well. And don't forget, Tools Ace has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every day. It's Steel zero-turn mowers, now available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find yours today easily at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Avoid the headaches of a traditional home sale and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Jack. Selling your home can be overwhelming. That's why who you work with matters. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can help you sell your home hassle-free without the stress of putting your home on the market. Trust them to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
All right, people, let's move. Sell every vehicle, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai.
Sir, yes, sir.
Team 2, I want credit for all. If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your nana won't loan you money.
Sir, yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I think you might be in the wrong place.
Is this Headquarter Hyundai?
Well, yes, but
were you ordered to sell 300 vehicles before the deadline?
Well,
out of my way, soldier!
Oh, of course. Sorry, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. New Tucsons, Elantras, every vehicle, thousands less, plus 0% financing for 60 months. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. Can I get anyone a refreshment?
Every vehicle, $99 down.
Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary.
HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Plus tax and tag is at HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. Grand. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Good afternoon, morning, Colbert Carew. So yeah, that last segment really kind of hit the nail on the head. I'm 36 years old. I do pretty well for myself, not slumming it by any means. And the thought of, you know, a house payment and all of the other costs associated with it just seem a bit out of reach right now. And, you know, other than that last segment, Jimmy, you know there's only one other thing that makes me throw up? I mean, it's a dartboard on a ceiling.
Oh, man. Come on, buddy. Oh,
I actually had to think about that for a second.
Oh, my God.
I shouldn't have admitted
Yeah,
that.
those AARP magazines, I can't handle them, especially after I saw Drew Barrymore on the cover of one.
I know.
Just makes me feel too old.
I mean, when I got the one with Springsteen on it, this was years ago, I was like, no.
The latest thing for that for me was seeing Madonna with Sabrina Carpenter at the what show was that? The big
Coachella?
Yeah, Coachella or whatever.
Yeah.
When she came out, I'm like, oh my God Almighty, what is that? Oh, that's Madonna.
So yeah, yeah. She's.
I hope people have grace for you.
Yeah. No, they don't. I look worse than her now. They can take shots all you want.
No. She looks like a lizard woman. I'm sorry, she's destroyed herself.
Does she haven't?
Yeah.
That's the plastic surgery.
Oh, she's like that woman who kept trying to become a cat.
She doesn't even look like herself. I mean, if you showed somebody a picture of Madonna when she was 25 and a picture now, they would not know if it's the same person. You got one more or no?
No.
All right, 407-916-1041. Don't forget, grand is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Grand. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Or Jimmy.
Jack is here as well.
And refresh your page. Any issues, refresh your page. Try again. Let's go. Let's get a winner.
Absolutely. Let me ask you guys a quick question. Do you guys ever travel with groups of friends? I don't see you, but either one of you don't strike me as people who do this. No, you've never done that? You've never had a trip with the other couples and stuff?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
For birthday parties and stuff, did like a horseback riding trip.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Jack, you ever done this?
Years ago.
Wait,
yeah,
do you
but the older you get, the crankier you get.
Do you remember when it was or what it was or anything like that?
In my 20s, a group of 5 of us, we rented a sailboat and sailed from Key West to the Dry Tortuga.
Damn, that's fun. That sounds awesome. So I saw this on Reddit today, and I found this kind of interesting because we've actually had a little bit of a scenario like this a couple of times, and I want to know what you guys think about this. So this was a group of couples. I think there was 4 couples, and they were going off on a trip. And the wife of one of the couples is the one who did all the booking for the trip. You know, the Airbnb, all of the entertainment and stuff, because that's kind of what she did. So she just kind of took it upon herself to make sure everything was going to be buttoned up and done right. So she did it, right? So they all get to the facility or the area, and they say, well, we're going to draw straws for who gets the best room in the house. Because the Airbnb, you would have a master bedroom, then you would have other bedrooms, right? And everybody wants the master bedroom because it has the bathroom in the bedroom, blah, 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 blah. It's a bigger room, more stuff in the room. And the girl who did all the booking went, no. We're not drawing straws. It took me hours to book this trip. My husband and I get that room. And the other couples lost their mind. The other couples, it actually caused a problem where the trip almost ended right there.
Oh, wow.
Because she said, look, I did all the work for this trip, and I appreciate you guys. I mean, we're all paying the same amount of money, but, I mean, you guys just got to show up with your stuff.
Yeah, but you offered because this was something that you did on the regular, so therefore you create an equal...
100%. And I think that is kind of the argument, right? Like, do you believe that they should have drawn straws or picked numbers out of a hat or whatever, and the lucky person, just up to fate, is the one that gets the bedroom, or is the person that guaranteed everything was going to go smoothly, does she get a little bit more juice when it comes to picking the room?
I think she deserves it, but I think you have to set that expectation before you arrive. When it's in the very beginning, say, listen, we're setting this up. I found this. We're going to have the master bath, but we have, there's so many rooms, and the cost is this. Do you want in?
Yeah. And that did not, it took them a while.
It's about the expectation.
It took them a while to figure that out, and they did get it figured out. But when you read the story
Meanwhile,
is like,
half your vacation's over.
Well, and it also caused tension. And, she even said, like, the entire trip was 4 days. Like, it was a long weekend, Thursday to Sunday. And she said that even though they had a good time, there was this weird tension because somebody said, well, somebody's like, well, we should rotate. And everybody's like, well, why do we re-rotate? Just to get a bedroom? I mean, it's 4 days, No, who's freaking out? And the reason I thought there was something similar to us is when we go do the Margaritaville thing, right, every year, which we'll do this year in, is it September or October this year?
October. It's October.
Usually the first Saturday in October.
That's exactly it, October 4th or something, I believe. And we get a condo or whatever. And when I go in, I was like, well, I go in to pick the first room. Now, we don't really, because they're all like master rooms, but we do go in and we pick the one we want first, and everybody else can have whatever room's out. We don't think of it as we deserve it more thing. It's just that we get there early, we pick the room, and we go on.
Well, nobody would have a place to stay if it weren't you guys inviting them, and it's because of us doing an event there that they have a reason to join you at the condo. So that makes sense that you would get to pick the first room and the best room.
Right.
You're there working.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not a flex thing. It's just that we get there earlier and we just choose the room that we like the most. Usually one has the better view or whatever, or has a little balcony. We'll choose that, and then everybody else can get their room. But, I mean, we've never had an argument about it. No one's ever said, I want this room or that room. We just kind of go, okay, we just get a room. They're all about the same.
Well, I mean, the same or not, there was no expectation that they were going to have equal rights to the big room, whereas in this, 4-person trip, the person volunteered to do the work and then claimed the reward for something they volunteered.
Texter says, it's so funny. Just got back from a trip to Tennessee with my wife, another couple, and a single buddy. There's rules to this stuff. Even if you split everything, the person that books it gets the master. Then it's an order of arrival. Whoever gets there first gets the best choice. My wife and I just slept on a double bunk bed, and we didn't blanking complain about it. That's just how it goes, baby.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And one of the reasons, and
he was the loser in the deal.
Right, exactly. I don't like traveling with a bunch of people for this reason. We do have a couple couples that we travel with, and the reason why we travel with them is because there's never any of this stuff. And the other thing too is when we travel with other people, we never pick up tabs. We never, ever, ever, ever do that. I never buy drinks. We never do any of that. And the reason why is this. Some people think that's a culture of how you roll. And it becomes one of those things. And another thing too is if I pick up a round of drinks for everybody one night, and we go out and nobody picks up rounds of drinks when, nobody else does it, I feel slighted. And even though I know that's not right, I know it's not right. I know you're giving me the look.
Oh, no, I was about to say, then you need a new group of friends. No, seriously. I mean, that's not even discussed.
He did that night. Now I have to do it. Oh, but now look what they're drinking. Oh, this is going to cost more. Then it just becomes a weird math problem.
And this is why I don't travel with other people.
But I think, Jack, is like this. Like if we were all out, just the three of us and Ross, and we were out with our group here, whatever, and let's say Ross picked it, he goes, I got this round. I would immediately say, awesome, I got the next one.
Right.
Like I would, like you guys are saying, you make that statement, you set that tone. I got this next round, and then we'll go from there.
And then I'd say, I got that next round, Jack. Don't worry, we know you won't.
No, I will say, I think Jim should have all of these rounds. It's the Jim Colbert Show.
And by the way, that's the other thing sometimes that happens as well. Is like if you travel with somebody and you think that person's done okay for themselves, there are some people. Now this happened years ago, but we did do that one time. We traveled with a group, I think it was 3 couples, and one of the couples, we invited them on. They're awesome people. They had everyday regular jobs. We had done all right, and they kind of started assuming that we were going to pay for stuff.
Oh.
And that's a weird thing. And I had that happen to myself because my first girlfriend's dad was a doctor. And I remember the very first time we went out with their parents to dinner, we went to this steakhouse. And I'm like, oh, man, I am going to eat everything in sight because this guy's going to pick it up. He's loaded, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but you're also dating his daughter, and there's no way in a snowball's chance in hell he's going to pay for your meal.
That dude handed me that guy handed me my bill faster than anything you can imagine.
Yes.
I had exactly enough money for the weekend to pay for that one night. And then I had to call and ask for some favors because he did not even come close to offering. Here's your bill. And it was like $18, no big deal. But I think I had 20 for the entire weekend. Of course, this is back in the early 80s,
right?
When $20 actually meant something. But I've had that happen. It was embarrassing as hell. I'm like, never doing that again.
Yeah.
Never assuming that again.
Yeah, because that kind of assumption gets made all the time.
Yeah, for
right. It's
sure.
like if you have a friend who's become a celebrity, you know, that person is always going to be assumed that because they're quote unquote rich and famous,
right? Yeah.
They should be able to pay for everything. When all that does is just change the paradigm of the friendship into becoming like an ATM.
Yeah,
I would feel used if my friends all of a sudden expected me to pay for anything. Just because now I might be doing better.
Right.
Unless it's Jim and it's you, me, and Ross, then.
Well, and you know.
Hey, what if Friendly is in there? Does that change things?
Yeah, you should buy his drinks too.
What if Maxwell's in there? Does that change things?
Definitely, you should buy his drink. You're talking about people who come on the show for free, bro.
Yeah, no. You gotta
pay him.
It ain't never free, dog.
You can't give him cupcakes.
It ain't ever free, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031.
That's why we gave Maxwell a bottle of bourbon.
Yeah.
He's good for the next 10 years.
I think now I would have no problem with it because I don't know. I just don't let stuff like that bother me anymore. It used to really get under my skin, but I just don't let it.
The master bedroom?
Yeah,
switch?
like I wouldn't. I don't think we would care. My wife made me care more than I did. I don't know if I would or not. I don't know that she does either. To be honest with you, we just take whatever and we move on.
I think it's beyond like who wants the bedroom or not. I think the difficulty is that couple ended up creating a weird vibe for the rest of the weekend for simply not just being upfront.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to do all this planning, but just so everyone understands, I'm willing to do the work. But then my husband and I would like to have the best room in the house.
Yeah, but man,
in exchange. And if there's a problem, then you work it out before everyone spent the money and taken the time.
We made it the poll of the day, the question of the day. It's in our YouTube chat, realradio.fm/watch. But on the texting service, heavily in favor of you book it, you get the best room.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people are.
And it's interesting because, and again, I agree with what you guys are saying. I do believe that if it's up front, you should, you maybe should say, hey, look, I'm booking this. My husband and I are going to get the master bedroom. But that's even weird to say. I think it's even safer just to say that I think the other people should have realized, hey, look, this woman worked her ass off to make sure that we're not going to have any problems with this trip. The least we can do is let them have the nicest room. I mean, I think that's what kind of should happen.
Well, when did the drawing of the straws come in? I mean, has this been something they've done before and this trip changed that?
I think that was an assumed scenario
okay.
from the other couples.
Okay.
That's what I think was when they came in there. I think one of the other couples basically said, hey, look, let's put some numbers in a hat and whoever gets this number gets the master bedroom. And then the woman said, no, wait a minute now. I spent 15 hours or so booking this trip, making sure everything was going to go fine. And I hooked everything up. I thought that, we were going to get the master bedroom.
Well, as
and then
you
it turned
all know,
into a thing.
as you know how to spell the word assume, whenever you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Thank you, Felix.
Grand is your 5 o'clock keyword, GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
He said, I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday. He drinks Diet Mountain Dew as an adult, and I'm so sorry. Some of you are sipping on it right now, and you're going to be so pissed at me, but that's loser-aid, man. You got to grow up.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Crews working on an accident blocking the right lane, Florida's Turnpike southbound after State Route 50. Tapping the brakes, I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. It's also a slow ride on I-4 westbound between Sand Lake Road and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Summer starts early in Florida, which means we get more beach time, more sunshine, and more time to enjoy refreshing, sweet, and juicy Florida watermelon. The best part of summer is already here. Locally grown, fresh from Florida watermelon. There's sunshine in every bite.
Guys, you heard us talking about it a little bit earlier. Real estate market trends are a very local thing. That means market conditions and trends will vary greatly from one area to another. And that's why it's super important not to pay attention to national headlines when it comes to real estate. What I'm trying to say here is this. If you're buying or selling a home in Orlando, it's way different than doing it in like Evansville, Indiana, right? Orlando, the #1 vacation destination of the world. Our property's going to be worth more money. You got to have a specialist there, and that is the Nickley Group. These guys are the best real estate team in all of Central Florida, and they've got the receipts, guys. Number one real estate team, 4,000 plus 5-star reviews, 4,500 homes sold. And I've told this story before. It's important. My wife's best friend is a closing agent. She told me right when I started endorsing the Nickley Group, she goes, you've latched on to the best team in Orlando. Every single deal that comes through here with these guys closes with no problem whatsoever. Not to mention they have that VIP program, free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and that's just where it starts. And if you don't want to deal with any of the real estate stuff at all, they even have a program for you. It's called their Guaranteed Cash Offer. No showings, no open houses, and guys, that deal can close in as little as 14 days. You can't beat them. Log on today and check out not only what they offer as real estate, but what they have in inventory. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to you by the Home Builders Network. And for years, we've been talking about Mike the Home Builder and his team at the Home Builders Network. They are the pros, the experts with the experience that you call for those big projects around the home. Maybe you want to replace a window or your door or your bathroom or your roof. Man, they did a bathroom, roof, and new gutters at my house. Get the gutters with covers. You will not regret it. Instead of cleaning my gutters every few months, I haven't had to do it in over 3 years, thanks to the Home Builders Network. See what they can do for you. Hop onto their website. It's HBNUSA.com. HBN for the Home Builders Network. HBNUSA.com. They have a showroom in Altamont Springs. You can follow them on social, see the work that they do. They are the Home Builders Network. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
New SUVs are flying off the lot at RC Hill Mitsubishi. RC, what is going on there?
People are going crazy for my SUV sales event. New Outlander SUVs under 20 grand. Way below MSRP. I'm talking thousands off.
I just got a new Outlander, and it's awesome.
My Mitsubishi Outlanders are thousands less than the competition. You get all the tech, third row seating, and a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. Outlander SUVs receive the highest IIHS safety rating. And right now, get 0% financing. 0 for 72 months. Plus, I'm paying $3,000, $4,000, even $6,000 more for your trade, regardless of miles or condition.
They got me out of my trade. Thanks, RC.
And we have over 200 certified used cars and trucks. Under 20 grand, under $300 a month. At RC Hill Mitsubishi. Just 2 miles off I-4 into land. RCHill.com. That's RCHill.com.
Offers plus tax tag and title to qualified buyers.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
This is Greg Trusinski from the Original Mattress Factory. I want to share the story of a couple I worked with recently. After receiving a quote from a competitor for a mattress, they visited OMF and found a mattress that was a great fit for them. They were so pleased with our quality and value that they ended up purchasing 2 mattresses, a box spring, headboard, and frame. Their total at OMF was roughly $400 less than what they would have spent on just the one mattress at the competitor. If you're ready to get better sleep for less, visit us at originalmattress.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Imagine an Olympics where doping is not only legal, but encouraged. It's the enhanced games. Some call it grotesque. Others say it's unleashing human potential. Either way, the podcast Superhuman documented it all, embedded in the games and with the athletes for a full year.
Within probably 10 days, I'd put on 10 pounds. I was having trouble stopping the muscle growth.
Search Superhuman on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1. Still to come, we find out what's in the good sauce with Ross Padgett. Today at 6 on the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey Colbert crew, it's Sarah.
Hey,
What's
Sarah.
up? I have a friend getting married in July and her bachelorette party is in June. All of a sudden I get stuck into a group chat with 28 other women. There are 30 women possibly going to this bachelorette party, and they keep talking about doing like group rates for hotels. So some of these girls, there's like 3 or 4 girls in the one hotel room, and I'm not about that, and I can't afford to stay in a room by myself, so I simply am not going. Okay, goodbye.
Oh, wow. Well, that's one way to do it.
You know, you got to look at your options.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you don't want to be in a room with a bunch of people and it's too expensive for you, sometimes you just have to pass.
Yeah. Grand is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's GRAND. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Grand is the word, guys. Good luck. I'm Jim. There's Deb. And Jack as well.
Yo!
Just saw something really interesting online. Not the topic we're going to talk about this segment because I have something kind of fun. But an interesting topic. You know, Spirit Airlines has been a gigantic story in America now for about a week. Is that right?
Yeah.
About a week, you know. And still today dominating some of the news cycle. Why it went out of business, what caused it. Of course, there are certain groups of people saying it was because the fuel costs went up. Some people saying that the merger that they were denied back when Biden was president is the reason why it didn't go through, because they were supposed to merge with either Frontier or JetBlue or something.
They're saying if they did merge, it might have taken JetBlue down.
Yeah.
Well, now they're saying it was, quote, a geopolitical situation.
So myriad reasons why you could say it happened, but either way, it's happened.
Right.
And Spirit is no longer flying. So I was just ripping through Instagram during the last break, and I hit this one as I rolled up. It's this guy, and he's on an airplane. He's wearing a yellow T-shirt, and he leans into the camera and he says, "So I hear there's a bunch of yellow airplanes for sale." It's the owner of the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, how cool is that? Like, I don't know how much that thing is worth, but do you know they have 9 full-time teams that travel all over the U.S. now? It's not just one team.
Right. So they've expanded, and it's about to debut. I believe it's on the CW locally. You can watch these games.
Yep.
And they put together a little league. They put together a smaller league of half a dozen teams or so, and that's the idea, that they're going to play in different cities and whatnot.
And it's just banana ball, right? That's what
Yeah.
they call it. Banana
Yes.
ball, just fun baseball. That's
Yeah.
kind of clown show.
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters kind of baseball.
Yeah.
What do you think the major leagues think about that when they see these guys selling out football stadiums for like 3 or 4 nights in a row? Do you think the majors like look at that and go, "Man, we are behind"? And although it doesn't have the integrity of real professional sports, you know, it's still fun. But you know, the ticket still sells.
It doesn't. It's like just to your point of what the Harlem Globetrotters are to the NBA.
Yeah.
Not a threat. It's a novelty. It's entertainment. It's fun. But it's no threat to the Major League Baseball.
I don't think it's a threat. What I'm saying is, I wonder if Major League Baseball looks at that and goes, "Wow, you know, we have stadiums that don't have 20,000 people at these games.
Only
and these
the
guys,
race.
And these guys are selling out, stadiums night after night after night. Maybe they could start incorporating some of the things that the Bananas do, not during the game itself to ruin the integrity of the game, but maybe like the NBA does at halftime, or like the football does at halftime. They have a time where during inning breaks, something happens that's kind of fun while the teams are changing over during innings.
When's the last time you went to a Major League Baseball game?
It would have been over in Tampa 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, they do, like in between innings, whether it's trivia on the board, and they take advantage of that in between trivia time. They typically have a stadium host, just like we do at the Orlando City matches, and like you see at NBA games as well.
What team has that guy that races people, and he gives them like 100-yard head start? He's called the Flash or the something like that.
Yeah.
And he wears a full body suit or whatever.
Yeah.
And they pull somebody out of the stands, and they give the guy in the stands like 100-yard head start to race around the team, around the outside of the stadium, but inside the stadium, and the guy always beats him. He's called either Speed or Flash. They do that kind of gimmick, but nothing like the banana ball. I mean, those guys are playing on stilts.
I remember the first time Chris and I went to Savannah, we were walking around late at night and stumbled upon the Savannah Bananas tour bus, and their driver was standing outside, and we're like, who's on the bus? And he's like, oh, it's the Savannah Bananas. And we're like, yeah, we'd love to get tickets to that. And he just started laughing.
Yeah, good luck.
He was like,
yeah. You ain't gonna get
sure you are.
My daughter dated one of those guys. When he played baseball in college, they went to school at the same school. She was a volleyball player. He was a baseball player. And he still plays for him.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's still like one of their biggest hitters.
The Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Ted Turner. The Atlanta Braves had the runner, popular in-game entertainment called Beat the Freeze.
Beat the Freeze, that's
highly
it.
skilled sprinter dressed in a bright blue full-body superhero suit known as the Freeze.
Yeah, you can't
races a randomly selected fan along the outfield warning track.
And you can't even see his face; like it's completely covered up. I mean, he just looks like like a robot kind of thing. Yeah, they do. It's kind of cool. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. So, have you guys seen? Excuse me. I'm so sorry for my voice, guys. I really do apologize.
Well, listen, if anybody has any tips for someone, because you've just been taken by these allergies just within the last 3 hours.
How about honey or a cough drop?
Well, I'm going to get home and take something. I got to, I just chill out and try to stay inside. And I don't know, but it's annoying as hell. And I can't imagine how it sounds out there. But so when you guys go to places and get food, and it's a situation where you're watching, like in a Chipotle scenario, right? Where you're watching. Do you ever ask for extra protein?
No.
You never do?
No, I can barely finish those bowls as it is.
You ever do that?
Yeah. No, because to Deb's point, that's a filling portion on that.
Is that your way of saying it costs extra?
No, it doesn't. That's the thing. There's this thing happening, and they mentioned Chipotle, but it's actually even extended out to other stores, like people who make, like if you go to Jersey Mike's, right, and you go and you get a cheesesteak sub. And while they're making your sub, you're like, hey, don't be afraid to throw some extra meat in there for me. And you're making, so that's become like a thing now where people are making these comments. And now, like with Chipotle specifically, I guess their CEO kind of mentioned at one time that, if you want a little extra protein, just ask for it. We'll give it to you.
Oh, that backfired.
Oh, yes, it definitely backfired.
That was a whole social media thing where they kind of went to trap it. Then he got caught saying that. Then people started doing it, and then it started costing them a lot of product.
That's exactly right, man. It's not stopping. And I got to tell you, the thing that kills me about it is that's balls, dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, if you go to sub shops or whatever, and you see those with Publix, and I worked at a sub shop, and everything is pre-measured. Like when you ordered a cheesesteak sub from Gabriel's Subs, and I think there's only one or two of them left in Orlando, I think maybe even one. When you ordered that sub, that wasn't just me, just picking up as much meat as I thought could fill that bun up. That is measured. You pull it out of the cooler, it's like 6 ounces of beef or whatever it is, you chop it up, you cook it, you put your onions in there.
They even have a price for extra meat.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and they even have a price for that. You're 100% right. But I guess now and I got to tell you, I caught myself doing this the other day.
Oh,
and I did it in a way where I thought I was being, and I didn't even really mean it, to be honest with you. I was just trying to make conversation with
That's even worse.
I know, dude. It sucks. But I'm just trying to make conversation with the guy that's making my thing. I'll tell you exactly how it happened. You walk up to Chipotle, the guy goes, what are you having? I'm like, I'll do a bowl with white rice, right? All right, do you want any beans in there? Yeah, I do brown beans. That's my order, right? White rice, brown beans. Anything else? Yeah, I like the fajita veggies. Put that on there. Okay, what protein do you want? I said, I eat carnitas. And don't be afraid. Ha, ha, ha. I worked hard today, right? Just making a joke, right? And dude puts a little extra on there. And I didn't say anything to him because I was hungry. But I should have said something to him. I should have been like, no, dude, I was just joking.
No, you should have said thank you.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't do that either.
Oh,
No, I actually did do that. But I didn't even mean that. And when I said it, I actually stopped myself and went, "Oh, dude, what are you doing? You're being that guy." But I was just trying to make general conversation,
not realizing he was going to take you to heart.
Not realizing or completely forgetting that this thing had already hit Chipotle. I felt like a complete dick.
So when Chipotle fails,
No, and it's not because they gave me 1 ounce extra carnitas one time in my life.
Oh,
I
yeah,
promise.
you're going to be
It's
the
'cause
reason.
Jet fuel prices have went up.
But I got to tell you, man. I if you're having a pizza, man, don't be afraid to throw some pepperoni on that bitch. Don't be afraid. You're not counting that pepperoni. I see you're just reaching in that thing and you're just putting pepperoni on there. I don't want to see any cheese, player. I want all pepperoni.
With Chipotle is different than like with the sub places. You're right. It is measured. I mean,
everything is measured.
Yeah,
up.
they pull it out. It's in between. Sheet paper that it's already boom. That's what you're getting. Extra meat is more. But with Chipotle, it's a spoonful. It's like, well, did they get a heaping spoonful or was that like a level?
You know how
spoonful?
how I do it is when they're putting the carnitas and they spread it out, I can tell how thick it is. How thick the carnitas is.
Yeah,
on
by
top
how
of,
much, yeah.
And if you spread it out and it's super thin on top, I'm like, no, come on. Look at me, player. Look at me. Look at me. I'm going to need that extra tongue-full. Reach in there.
Maybe he is looking at you and deciding this is what you need. Not what you want.
Probably
but
so.
what you need. Oh, have a cough drop, would you?
No, someone is saying hybrid CR rapid immune defense system. You can get it off Amazon. Best supplement by far.
Great in 2 days. He'll be great for the weekend.
I know. Family owned and operated. Great company. Highly recommend them. Made by a pharmacist from the Mayo Clinic. Let's see. Claritin and Zyrtec. I've offered you a Zyrtec, but he said you can't take it. Now, I don't like the Benadryls because those give you medicine head.
No,
I don't like medicine head.
You have a tickle and you keep coughing, and that's why you keep clearing your throat.
I didn't tickle him.
Easy. A cough drop will at least soothe that for a while so you can get through the show. I have one in my desk because I had this a week ago.
I'll take it.
All right.
Because
I'll be
the
right
thing
back.
is every time I open my mouth and go to make a sound, I get that weird coffee thing in the back of my throat, and I
Yep.
feel like an ass trying to talk. And I know it again. It has to sound awful.
It doesn't, but you can hear your congestion level getting worse and worse as the show goes on.
It's the worst, and it's really hard to keep my headphones on.
All right, 407.
Oh, just make out.
916-1041. Text us.
Not with that mouth.
They're allergies, Jack. It's not like he's going to give you anything.
We always say it's allergies, don't we?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, 1.2 thousand comments on this story about this Chipotle thing.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who are like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with asking a little. If they don't want to put it on there, they don't have to put it on there. But I can ask, and maybe I'll get an employee who'll throw a little bit on there for me.
How about a little free guac?
And by the way, they don't mention like any other stuff that you asked for, because I've asked for extra fajita veggies all the time, and I asked for their pico de gallo. I'll get some to go with me. And they have no problem with that. Extra rice, no problem with that. But the proteins, they're keeping an eye on.
Well, of course. I mean, again, going to the grocery store and look at specifically the price of beef.
Oh God.
It could be in the future they're going to lay one fajita strip across your rice and be like, "Enjoy, sir."
They're just going to wave it over the top of it.
Get
and
some
then
meat
trap
juice.
Trap the smell.
Exactly. Maybe a couple drops of meat juice on your rice, and then they're going to put that fajita strip back in the pan with everything else.
I still am a big fan of Chipotle. I still like them a lot.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I haven't been there in years.
Oh, dude, you should go. Are you kidding?
No,
your
I'd
kid
rather
works
go
at
to a mom and pop place or a Madre y Padre place.
Yeah, but the problem is it's hard to find mom and pop places that do what they do. That do the fast casual thing where you build it right there in front of you like that. There's like nobody out there. There was a Greek place that Deb and I absolutely loved around the corner that did the same theory, and it was the absolute best.
Why can't you support family restaurants instead of having to go to a fast
Some
food
family
place?
owns Chipotle. See, I support them.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know where any of them that does that. I don't know any family restaurant that does that.
You want to do taco time up in our neck of the woods?
You know what the funny thing is? We were mentioning yesterday there's not another good taqueria in that area.
Taco time.
Is it really? Where's that?
Hello.
Off of Old 19.
Oh, really?
Hello. Yesterday, Wawa started selling tacos.
Yeah,
Okay, how can you come
Another
at
mom and
us? Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Give me some knuck on that.
Yeah, the real mom and pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wawa
Yeah.
tacos.
Yeah.
Nothing says Taco Tuesday like I'm going to Wawa.
Yeah. Hey, destination dining.
Yeah, right.
You should write a cookbook, Jack.
Dude, they're
Yeah, you know what's sad? I realized not only did I have dinner there last night, it was my lunch today.
Was it really?
Hey, everyone's looking to save money right now. Any way they can.
I had $1 off a wrap.
We went to Tijuana Flats yesterday, and let's just say this: they were not prepared for the crowd for Cinco de Mayo.
Surprising.
They were not
Really?
prepared at all. I mean, not even close. It 44, 45 minutes
Whoa.
to wait for a taco plate at Tijuana Flats. We went to order my daughter takeout or something because she was at the house to take with us. And the girl looks at me and I said, hey, I need to order takeout. And she looks at me straight up before she even punches one button and says, it's going to be an hour before you get any food. So we actually had to go somewhere else to get her food because we couldn't even order it from there.
Whoa.
Have you been to Big Taco yet?
No, I haven't. I don't even know what it is.
And so Big Taco is
Same guy.
Or the sons of the same guy who was the originator of Tijuana Flats.
Yeah.
Who then he went to Timmy's, and his sons opened up Big Taco, which is like what Tijuana Flats was when they first opened.
Is it out by UCF, I assume?
I have to look where the locations are. I know they've brought us food before.
You know, and the funny thing is Tijuana Flats does hold a really unique spot because it is, you know, it's a step above Taco Bell, but it's not like going to a Mexican restaurant per se. You know, it is a fast casual place. And I'm going to tell you, our food was good. I mean, even though we waited for it for a while, the beef was hot. It was all good. The shells were nice and crispy. The veggies were fresh, and it was good.
So our the best listening audience ever is weighing in at 77031. Jim, just a little dab of heroin between the cheek and gums will fix you up. But really, someone has just the perfect recipe of what you're going to do tonight. Hot toddy, honey, lemon juice, hot water, and a shot or two of bourbon.
Yeah, I got that.
Big Taco, Castleberry on Cimarron, right in the Castleberry Commons. That's not too far from me.
No, it's right around the corner.
And also Oviedo on Mitchell Hammock Road.
I'll be damned, dude. I didn't know there were even. I didn't think there was more than one. Wow. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Grand is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's GRAND. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Load them up, guys. It's time for trivia. We'll do that next.
Robots don't get sarcasm. We bathe in it. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
The NFL and their referees union will vote tomorrow to okay a new collective bargaining agreement, ending the threat of replacement officials. Buccaneers GM Jason Light told the Pat McAfee Show that the Ravens failed trade for Max Crosby made it possible to draft Reuben Bain Jr. And Florida football got commitments on Tuesday from 4-star offensive lineman Elijah Hutchinson and 4-star safety Caleb Dillard. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Oh, Core Flooring Center, man, that's our buddy Corey. Love the fact that my wife and I made the decision to replace the carpeting in a couple of rooms with some made in the USA waterproof laminate. We went to Core Flooring Center in Winter Park. It's right there on Cimarron 436 in Winter Park, and met Corey. Wonderful guy, but not only that, he gives you a fantastic product at the best price, with some guaranteed lifetime installation warranty, and the install was absolutely perfect. And right now, for a limited time, Core Flooring Center is offering 10% off all flooring, the end installation starting at just $1 a square foot. And it's more than just the Made in USA waterproof laminate that I got. They have wood flooring, vinyl planks, carpeting. Go see what they can do for you. Core Flooring offers a best price guarantee on all install products. So if you have a quote, whether it's a big store where you got a quote for flooring, bring it to Corey. He guarantees he'll beat it. Plus, with every sale, he donates to Save a Life Pet Rescue, a no-kill shelter. Tell him Jack sent you from Real Radio. Save an extra $50. Online at coreflooringfl.com. Core, C-O-R-E, coreflooringfl.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Mills Air. You know, from day one, the goal at Mills Air has been to provide the best quality service and equipment to their valued customers. Since 1992, they've grown to be one of Central Florida's largest and most respected HVAC companies. And they're a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, and that can get you up to $1,275 in rebates. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Make your appointment today. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
All right, people, let's move. Sell every vehicle, $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai.
Sir, yes, sir.
Team 2, I want credit for all. If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your nana won't loan you money.
Sir, yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I think you might be in the wrong place. Is this Headquarter Hyundai? Well, yes, but were you ordered to sell 300 vehicles before the deadline? Out of my way, soldier!
Of course. Sorry, sir.
Every vehicle, $99 down. New Tucsons, Elantras, every vehicle, thousands less. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance.
Can I get anyone a refreshment?
Every vehicle, $99 down.
Headquarter Hyundai.
Just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Plus tax and tag is at headquarterhyundai.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-616-1997. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-616-1997. That's 800-616-1997. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
To everyone who thinks bold burgers are worth celebrating, let our team member Isabel tell you about the Colby Jack Pub Burger at Culver's.
This pub burger is packed with flavor. I mean, I could talk about it all day, but honestly, it might be better to hear it from the people who love it the most. This is what some of our guests had to say.
This is the best burger I've ever had.
Lots of flavors going on in there.
That sauce, so good.
We love to hear it, and that's exactly why it's officially back right now for a limited time. Complete with everyone's favorite combination of fresh, never frozen beef, Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and zesty A1 pepper mayo. Put it all together, and you've got a burger people can't stop talking about, me included. It's the perfect burger to turn an ordinary day into something special, and we love making it fresh for you just as much as you love eating it. Come on in and let us make a Colby Jack Pub Burger for you at Culver's.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
What's up? This is Jacob Knoll from Sublime.
It's Bud from Sublime. We linked up with iHeartRadio and got our own cruise ship, and we're headed to the Bahamas.
It's Sublime's Reef Madness.
And we want you on board.
The ultimate VIP cruise to the Bahamas.
We'll be playing a bunch of the old classics, plus stuff from our new up-and-coming record.
November 15th through the 19th.
We'll be playing, our friends will be playing.
Catch performances from Sublime, Yellow Wolf, Co-Defendants.
Food and drinks, comedy, and of course live music.
All on board a badass cruise ship.
To win, just listen to this station on the iHeartRadio app.
Tap the contest tab and enter to win.
Learn more at SublimeCruise.com.
Winner must be 21 or older. Prize provided by Six Man Ltd.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at theNickLeeGroup.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Jimmy, ginger brandy in honor of Beth.
That'll help. Here's the ghost of Christmas future, or the ghost of Jim's future voice.
Okay.
Mr. Jim.
Oh, God.
I'm going to be very kind. You hear this voice. You don't want it to get that bad.
This started in January. I can't shake it, so take care of it. I have no idea what I got. It doesn't hurt, and I can breathe okay. But I lost my normal Michael voice. This is crazy. Don't get that bad.
Okay.
You hear that, Jimmy? Don't get that bad.
I promise I'll try.
All right. Glad we solved that.
Grand is your 5 o'clock keyword, GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Grand, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello. Hello.
There you go. And he has the old Jackie Sack. Let's get it.
Let's do this. Sorry, Deb. I know.
I get it. Giving him time to cough.
Okay, so here we go. All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo choo.
Lickety clack, lickety clack.
All right, here we go. I have a couple of prizes for you, and the winner gets the pick. It's a lovely little system we have. We offer prizes. We give them away for free. It's just a way of thank you for playing along with our little show here.
We love you.
It's a pair of tickets to see Orlando City take on Atlanta United FC at Inter&Co Stadium. This is happening May 16th. That's a week from Saturday. You can be there. Orlando City, they just experienced a big high. Let's see if they can keep that going as they take on our foes from Atlanta. Also in the Jackie Sack, a pair of tickets to see The Strokes. The band is playing at the Benchmark International Arena. That's in Tampa, y'all. And this is happening September 12th. So you have time to pick out what you're going to wear if that's what you choose, if you are a winner of JCS Trivia. Like it was the first caller every day.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Not today. Not today.
Will it be? Will it won't be? That is what's in the Jackie Sack.
So back to you, clickety clack.
Thank you, Deborah. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
We're going to the back of the line today. We're going number 5.
Oh, no. That's 4. We'll go 4 there.
4.
Right?
Sorry.
Shelly, how you doing?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Shelly, want to play a little game with us?
I'd love to.
Let's do it.
Game show.
No, we're not.
All right, Shelly, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true, Shelly. If you can find it, I will send you over to see Jack with the Jackie Sack, and you can pick out something nice for yourself. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1856, that's 1856, controversial scientist, neurologist, father of psychoanalysis.
Oh, Sigmund Freud?
That's right. He wants to know how you felt about your mother. That's right.
It's the whole penis envy thing he lost me on.
That's right. Sigmund Freud was born on this day. Here are 3 fun facts about Sigmund and 1 Freudian lie.
Oh, I see what you did there.
All right, here we go. We're talking about Sigmund Freud. Tell me which one of these is not true. Number 1, Sigmund Freud smoked up to 15 cigars a day. Number 2, Sigmund Freud died by assisted suicide. Number 3, Sigmund Freud was addicted to cocaine for 2 years. Or lastly, Sigmund Freud was nominated for the Nobel Prize 13 times, but never won.
Oh, the Susan Lucci of science.
Which of those is a lie?
Number 3.
No, that's absolutely true. Yay! Sigmund Freud was an addict for 2 years. As a matter of fact, he wrote in his journal that he actually went to other doctors and said that he thought it was a miracle drug, and actually told people and pushed it as a cure for a number of things.
The cocaine, right?
And then he found out 2 years later, he goes, he literally made he goes, hey, wait a minute, this is ruining my life. And then he stopped. I mean, that's exactly what happened. And he stopped talking about it altogether because he realized he was wrong and he was embarrassed, so he never mentioned it again.
Well, those are the early days where heroin and cocaine were treated as analgesics.
That's right. 1, 2, or 3, Deb?
We're going to go 3.
3 is Paul. Paul, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Jimmy. How are you?
Doing good, boss. We're talking about Sigmund Freud here. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, Sigmund Freud smoked up to 15 cigars a day. Number 2, Sigmund Freud died by assisted suicide. Or lastly, Sigmund Freud was nominated for the Nobel Prize 13 times, but never won.
Number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. Sigmund Freud died by assisted suicide. His cancer had become so painful, he had a doctor friend of his, and he begged him, said, could you please, end this for me? And he basically injected him with a bunch of drugs and killed him.
Wow.
True story. I did not know that until today. And I actually knew a little bit about Sigmund Freud because in college I was a little fascinated by him and never heard that fact and read it a couple times today.
Wow. The first assisted suicide.
Yeah. 1 or 2?
1.
1 is Dano or Dano. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you.
Good, buddy. You got a 50-50 shot here at going to the old Jackie Sack. We're talking about Sigmund Freud. Which of these is not true? Sigmund Freud smoked up to 15 cigars a day, or Sigmund Freud was nominated for the Nobel Prize 13 times but never won?
Let's go number 1.
That's the one, buddy!
Yay!
Hey, out of curiosity, do you think he smoked more or less than 15 cigars a day?
I'm going to say more if he was doing all that cocaine.
Yeah, dude, he was smoking in anywhere from 20 to 25 cigars every day of his life. And he got mouth cancer from it. So you're a winner, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold. There you go. Dano's a winner, yeah. He was nominated for the Nobel Prize 13 times, but he never won. Here's something else I found out today that I did not know about Sigmund Freud. Do you think scientists of the day respected him?
No.
They did not at all. As a matter of fact, during one of the Nobel Prize things, they asked Albert Einstein, Albert Einstein was asked to endorse his pitch for the Nobel Prize, to co-sign off on it, like as if to say,
I'm his mentor and sponsor.
I believe that he should win this because of this. And he would not even come close to it because he thought it was pseudoscience. He thought it was all fake, all trash. And a lot of scientists of that day did not give it any credit whatsoever, which I find interesting because when I got into school and started talking about Sigmund Freud, it was kind of like he set the standard. It was him and who did the Pavlovian thing?
Pavlov.
Literally.
Pavlov's dog.
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah, that's how he got the name.
Right. There was another one too, though. There was another very famous
Kinsey?
Carl Jung.
Carl Jung.
Yeah.
Yeah, with synchronicity.
Yeah, exactly. He was one of 8 siblings.
Oh.
Police album.
He spoke how many languages?
Terrible. 5.
6.
7?
No.
7 languages. Did he like the U.S. or did he hate the U.S.?
Hated it.
He did. He hated the United States of America.
Really?
He did. He had a complete disdain for this country. And it was a number of things. It was the politics, but he also said that everyone was oafish.
Oh, wow.
And undereducated.
No, that can't possibly be true.
And then lastly here.
Yeah, but when was this? What?
Probably the 1920s and 30s.
He was born in 56 and died in the early 30s, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, 36 or something like that. Yeah. And then lastly here, Hollywood mogul Samuel Goldwyn, Goldwyn Mayer,
right,
offered Freud $100,000 to write a script that incorporated his science into the greatest love stories of our time. Right? He wanted basically a scientific explanation of why these stories were such great love stories. He thought that would be a wonderful movie. Freud turned that down. How much do you think $100,000 was in today's money back then?
$7 million.
$1 billion.
No, $1.9 million, but he said no to it. And he wasn't like a wealthy guy. He said no to that. And he actually said no to $25,000 the year before for something similar. So this guy turned down like a couple $1 million of his life just because he didn't want to do it, because he didn't think that it was valuable enough for his work. And then lastly, 4 of his sisters died in Nazi concentration camps.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's Austrian. Yeah, crazy, right? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a fresh keyword for you in a few minutes. And Ross Padgett on the other side of this break.
It's time to show you're weird. The 2026 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival celebrates 35 years of weird. May 12th through the 25th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets available now at orlandofringe.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Just a heads up, traveling in downtown Orlando, Orange Avenue southbound is closed between Concord Street and Livingston Street due to an event taking place there. Accident blocking the right lane, Florida's Turnpike southbound after State Route 50. Stop and go traffic on I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals. Upgrading to a metal roof? Tri-County Metals is offering a factory direct rebate up to $500. Built to last. Built for your home. Register today at TriCountyMetals.com.
Orlando, this is it. Your last chance to see the Storm at home this regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m., the Orlando Storm battle the DC Defenders at Inrinco Stadium. And the first 5,000 fans get a free Storm hat. Get tickets now at uflstorm.com/tickets.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for your trade-in too. At Greenway Kia, over 40 dealerships bid for your trade, so you can be confident you're getting the best value possible for your trade-in. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. Negative equity refinanced. Expires 6/5/26.
We Paint Everything. Well, I don't. We Paint Everything is a company run by Raphael, a great guy who's actually going to be painting my house this weekend, and I am very excited. Why? Yes, I could have painted my house in the past like I've done in the past, and guess what? It's not professional. And this time I want it done professionally, because also with the rotted wood and stuff, the stuff that I would just paint over and pretend like it's not there, Raphael said, nope, we're fixing that. He fixes the problem, seals it up, gets that house ready. This paint job is going to last for years and years to come, and it's going to look brand new. I can't wait. It's the easiest way to refresh your home for summer is have it painted. Call Raphael at We Paint Everything. And it's not only exterior, it's interior as well. Whether you want to make your home look brand new, or maybe you're preparing your home for a sale or a flip. It's wall and ceiling painting, any finish, any room, trim and detail work, you name it, he does it. They prep and repair. They fix it before they paint it. It's WePaintEverything.com, a family-owned company that will treat you like family. Over 75 years of painting experience. Based locally in Winter Park. Call them today for a free in-home consultation, 407-657-2000. Online at WePaintEverything.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at CoreFlooringFL.com.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. About 3 years ago, Life Imaging launched right here in Orlando. Could not be more proud to be celebrating this milestone with these guys. In just 3 years, they have successfully conducted over 17,000 proactive scans and have saved nearly 400 lives with early detection. And in May, with Mother's Day in May, you want to make sure Mom's is around for as long as possible. Get her over to Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Prevention is the key to a longer and healthier life. So be proactive and get this scan. Simply amazing. You don't take off your clothes. There are no dyes. As a matter of fact, the entire process only takes a few minutes. So take the time, make the appointment, and get that peace of mind that everything's okay inside your body. It's peace of mind through prevention. And it's easy to make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Guys, make that call today and take control of your long-term health care.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there. And that sniffle just doesn't stop. Experts say common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, so you can say goodbye to allergies for good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
At Planet Fitness, we know how important it is to take care of both your mind and body. That's why now through May 15th, all new members get free massage amenities all month long. So you can reset, recover, and leave feeling stronger than when you came in. Join the club for just $1 down, $15 a month, and get free massage amenities for the month of May. No commitment. Deal ends May 15th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
Car crash? Call Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Another talkback of Jim's future voice.
All right, Colbert crew. Hey, that guy sounded like me. I don't know what in the world happened to my voice, but it's the same thing. About 6 months ago, it just quit. I don't know what happened.
That's wild.
I didn't do anything different, but now I can't talk and it don't hurt. I don't know either. I wish he would tell me what's wrong.
Damn, that's wild.
That is 2 phone calls one afternoon, same symptoms.
And Jim has it now.
Now, I know the guy that, Mike, the guy who calls before, he works keeping up a piece of property, a big piece of property.
Yeah, he's out there on a farm.
He's always out around, the trees and grass and stuff like that, so it makes sense for him to have allergy stuff. I live on a piece of property with a bunch of that around as well. But I don't know that even matters, right? I mean, you can have the same allergy like at Jack's house or your house. I don't know that the surroundings really matter, right?
If it's oak pollen, then you have a live oak, you're going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I would think it doesn't need to even be in your yard. I think you could just be out and around. That stuff is microscopic and it's floating around everywhere. And I only get hit by certain stuff, and oak is one of those things that hits me. I don't know what happened, dude. I actually didn't have this until this afternoon, and it just started going crazy.
It started about the time that I got in at 1:30. That was when you just kept coughing and coughing. But your congestion has increased over the last few hours.
And again, it's not sick. I do not feel sick at all. There's no aches, no nothing like that. And I know that because do you guys know your body relatively well when it comes to that? Like you can have a little something happen, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I know that's going to be bad.
I know my body well enough to know that it will be outside your front door at 12 o'clock noon tomorrow afternoon.
You're coming in.
You okay?
You're coming in.
You're coming in, right? You're gonna be in, right? You're gonna be.
Yeah. We're waiting on
Jimmy. Answer the door, please. Jimmy, answer the door.
Your 6 o'clock keyword is deposit. DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Deposit is the word, guys. Go get that money.
Jimmy, answer that door.
We are waiting on Ross to give us a call. He's supposed to be talking to us now about good sauce in the episode coming up tonight.
Maybe he forgot it's Wednesday.
Maybe he does. I mean, I did that with Jim when I was calling to promote the show when we were first starting, and I would forget occasionally. I mean, and it's not that big of a deal. It would be the first one he ever did it, right? I don't think he's ever missed one.
I don't think he's ever forgotten it, no.
So we'll talk about this a little bit before, or as Ross is calling. Have you guys been reading anything about what's happening to Mexico City?
No.
No? Have you?
No.
What do you think's happened to Mexico City?
Now we're guessing. Okay. Drug lords running crazy. Arms akimbo.
Mexico City is sinking at such an alarming rate that it's visible from space.
What?
Imagery from a powerful NASA radar system is revealing rates of more than 1/2 inches a month.
Whoa!
Making the city one of the planet's fastest sinking capitals. They can take you at this is a CNN story if you want to check it out, and you can go and they have some photographs that are available here, and you can look and see plazas that have sunk and to the point where they're sideways, or you could see a visible change in their makeup. It says over the years, the aquifer underneath Mexico City has been so overpumped that it's caused the land above it to subside. Over-extraction has also contributed to a chronic water crisis that has left the city of Mexico City facing a potential day zero where the taps run completely dry.
Oh, the images are insane.
How many people do you think live there?
In Mexico City in general?
Yeah.
11 million.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
If you double it.
I'm going to go like 22 million.
22 million people live in Mexico City.
Got it, Jack.
How about that?
It says the sprawling
I almost said
metropolis
150,000.
is also one of the world's biggest cities, stretching out high altitude. Like I think it's like 3,000 miles. Let me see. They had 3,000 miles or something it covers, some crazy number. But they're basically saying that it sits atop an ancient aquifer, which provides around 60% of the drinking water for the city's 22 million residents. Oh, there he is.
Well, this is embarrassing.
You guys give it up for Ross Padgett!
Yay! Woohoo!
This is awkward and uncomfortable, but let's dive right into it. I was just playing Mario Kart.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
So you're late to work because of a video game?
Oh.
You couldn't have said your son needed you. You had a flat tire.
And by the way, I love this about you. I do. I cannot begin to tell you how proud I am of you right now that you didn't, because you could easily do that. And for the record, when I had kids, I did it all the time. So good on you.
Nope.
You're fired.
This one.
Too late. He's heard that already.
Again, another time. I'm playing Mario Kart with my brother on my brother's birthday. And if I'm being listen, I'm already in the honest canoe, right? Let's keep paddling in this truth ocean. Oh, he was right about to leave. And I was like, dude, it's your birthday. And I hope he hears me. He was about to leave and I was like, let's go Mario Kart, just like the old days. Not knowing that I said that at 5:59.
Oh, okay. Oh. Did you freak out pretty hard when you looked up and realized you were supposed to be on the phone with us at that time, or?
Well, if I know one thing about my brother, I paused the game when I was in third place. I am dead last now. He's still playing.
He's got to take the dubs when he can, man.
He's got listen. These fingers are hot though, man. I know how to play some Mario Kart, so this is more than that. But I genuinely apologize. This is super embarrassing. My tail is in my proverbial legs.
No problem, dude. How's your week been?
Week's been good. Honestly, it's been fine. It's been great. I have a lot more dad time right now, and I'm learning more and more about the smells of fatherhood.
Dude, I saw a video today, and it was a baby, like a probably a 3 or 4 month old baby, and the baby had a onesie on that had a zipper that went right down the middle, right? And the mom says, the thing says, "I thought I heard a fart." And then she unzips this baby's onesie, and I'm telling you, dude, it's like they filled the thing up with doo-doo and then put the baby in it.
Oh.
So I get you.
There's, I don't want to get too gross, but every parent knows exactly what I'm about to bring up. And it's that diaper genie, right? Jim, you're actually the first person I ever heard say diaper genie, or this new method of throwing away the trash, of how it's kind of like one of those snakes in the movie Dune.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. If you don't, it's just a fantasy unicorn of a trash can. But when you close off that trash bag as it's time for it to go out, there's like one last plume of just smell that escapes that bag. And I have cried blood from my ears and eyes of how gnarly that is. There's so much.
Because it holds like 50 diapers. So what you realize is when you're twisted, and for people who don't know what a diaper genie is, you put the damn thing in there and you twist it, and it seals the diaper up in the bag, like in a long plastic bag. So they're all sealed up individually.
It's a snake, but made out of plastic bag material, and it's coiled and spun in between each one.
But what happens is when you get 30, 40, 50 diapers in that damn thing, and you pull it open, like he says, when you get that little blast of air when you're sealing it up that last time, that's 50 diapers have been sitting there a couple days, and it is.
Yeah, there's So many smells in parenthood that I had no idea that was going to happen.
And there's always
how about this? The smell of applesauce that's on your left and or right shoulder as they maybe like just, eat applesauce, and then you hold them because you want to be cute and a good parent. And then it just has this weird crustacean that you can't get out of any of your shirts. And that's the sign, I think, of parenting.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you a question about your work? Can you talk about what just happened this past weekend at all? I mean, are you okay to talk about that or no?
I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know. Okay,
let's just keep it there.
We'll keep it there. But I have to find out exactly what I can and cannot say. But let's just say this. I shaved my chin.
I know. And you look younger.
Yeah, you look good. All right, so what's coming up on Sauce?
All right, good sauce tonight. Throwing this out here. Hot take. I know this is going to piss off a lot of people, and I've already kind of brought it up to you guys on Monday. That Orlando City match, we need to just go back, beat, bring it on back. That might be the greatest sports, at the very least, minimum, regular season competition in the town's history. That's the greatest result. That's it. That's number one.
Ooh, really? We
made
it to the NBA Finals twice.
There's that, but there's the record, which is that. And you're right.
We're home of the Orlando Storm.
Going down 3 goals on the road.
Yeah.
3 goals on the road. First MLS team to come back down 3 goals on the road.
Not bad.
That's an entire league's history.
Against the defending champions, who also just happen to have the greatest soccer player ever on their team.
And if you want to know my honest opinion about what Jack just said, he's right. That is, in my opinion, the greatest soccer player to ever live. So let me give the respect where respect is due. But if you have any bit of Orlando pride, see what I did there? If you have any bit of heart and love for your local community, whether it be from Altamont to Maitland to Mount Dora to downtown Orlando, Kissimmee, everyone in Central Florida. I don't want to just cut a commercial for Orlando City, but I will let everyone know. I'm too passionate of a fan to not let people know. I think this is the biggest result. Hat trick, our number 10, who's also Argentinian. There was so much drama in this match. One of my favorite facts, Jim, is that that they have a new stadium, and it's literally called, get this, New Stadium, which is
thoughtless.
Yeah, that's like naming a company Guess. Ooh, sorry, Guess, you caught a stray right there. Where I'm going with this is that they had 4 matches. This is their 4th match in MLS this season. They had draws the first 3. We are the first team to win in that stadium, and they are the first team to lose in that stadium.
Yeah, I brought that up with Brandon the other day. Remember we were talking about that? I was like, that's kind of crazy too.
I have to put in the work to let people know how I'm call me crazy, but that's at least personally, it's my favorite Orlando sports result of all time.
Very nice. Is that what's on Sauce tonight? Is that what we got?
That's just a small portion. A huge other thing is that we kind of get into the fact that I'm pretty sure that there was a sacrifice or something with the Orlando Magic so Orlando City could do that. There might be something in the air. Another thing that we bring up, Joel has his friend show, and it's Dad Bod Dance Off. We kind of get into a deep dive in how us all coming to grips with how old we're getting. Jim, is there anything that you would recommend if you could go back in time? What would you tell your 36-year-old self to do more so you wouldn't feel blank at your age now? What is it?
Oh my God. I would probably invest more money. And I don't know the blank feeling thing. I would probably just invest more. What? Did I say the wrong thing?
No, I'm speaking solely physical with your body.
I don't know. Probably. Oh God, dude.
Drink more.
Yeah, work out more. I would
do a sit up.
Yeah, I would work out more. I would probably have taken a little bit better care of myself. I'm probably going to die at like 61. It's fine. I've had a good life.
Don't say that.
But do you remember how old were you when the first time that you felt like, oh, that left leg isn't the same?
So after I popped my ACL, after that, everything kind of like you just chilled out. Like after that, that's when I realized, like, and I just planted my foot to throw a football and my ACL snapped. So that was also when I couldn't skateboard anymore. That was another indicator. Like, when you
time's up.
Yeah, when you took a spill on a skateboard, you just didn't bounce back. You just didn't hop right back up. You just go, okay, that's a good session today. Let's call that good.
Because I remember back in the day, a pickup basketball game was fun, and now at this age, a pickup basketball game, I am done. All right, it is not good. I need to light a prayer. Or light a candle, say a prayer after a game of basketball these days. But we're just coming to grips with, if you're in your mid to late 30s, just throwing this out here, this episode's for you because you're not alone. Things are hurting. I went down. When you hurt yourself via sneeze, it's time.
All right. It's Good Sauce tonight, 8 o'clock. And, of course, Ross will be with us tomorrow right on Thursday. Good and loud for Mr. Ross Paget. You can check it out on the iHeartRadio app or go to rosscomedy.com. That's also for all stand-up you have there. Good job, buddy. Good seeing you soon. We'll see you tomorrow.
I don't deserve you.
All right, bye. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Don't forget your 6 o'clock keyword is deposit, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Pretty busy out there this evening. There's a crash blocking the right shoulder. I-4 westbound before the beach line. Stop and go on I-4 westbound between Sand Lake and 535. Another accident causing some slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike southbound just after State Route 50. Right lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Solar Source, baby. That is how you go solar. You go to the people who've been doing it the longest in our community. Since 1984, they've been putting solar on people's houses. Over 75,000 units installed. And guess what? Solar Source, they offer an industry-leading 25-year warranty. They've been trusted by NASA, Disney, Legoland, and more. No pressure, no gimmicks. Just expert guidance when it comes to getting you solar. And it could be a PV system, a photovoltaic system that produces electricity. You put the panels on your roof for most people. You could get a pool system that heat the water in your pool. You can even, they did this for us. They installed a car charging system for his EV. You could do that at solarsource.com. Now, why now? Why is now a great time to go solar? Well, they are rolling back to pre-2020 solar pricing. It's the Solar Source Price Rewind event, a chance for you to lock in. Get a new quote today. Go to solarsource.com. Get that quote. When you talk to them, tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you for exclusive savings. It's solarsource.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Think you're not the suing type? But you weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
102 miles ago, the oil light came on. 100 miles ago, you noticed. Now, it's time to head to Take 5. This oil change, fall in love with your car all over again. In just 10 minutes, your dream technician will check your tire pressure, top off fluids, change your oil, and verify with Carfax exactly what your car really needs. All while keeping you in the driver's seat. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Eligibility and results may vary. A beautiful, confident smile can change everything. It changes how people see you and how you see yourself. When you're proud of your smile, confidence comes naturally. At Sage Dental, we make that confidence possible. Using the latest technology, our caring team of dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons use minimally invasive techniques for the smile you've always wanted. Whether it's braces, clear aligners, implants, partial or full restorations, all of Sage's personalized treatments are conveniently done right there in the office. With same-day and next-day appointments, call Sage Dental, now accepting appointments at our new location in Ormond Beach. We work with most insurance plans. No insurance? No problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation centered on care. Call 800-226-8844. 800-226-8844. That's 800-226-8844.
Orlando, this is your last chance to see the Storm at home in the regular season. Friday, May 22nd at 8 p.m. The Orlando Storm take on the DC Defenders at the Inter-Co Stadium. It's hats off to the Heroes Night as we honor the brave men and women who serve our community and our country. Be there for hard-hitting football, a playoff push, and an electric Friday night under the lights. Plus, the first 5,000 fans get a free Orlando Storm hat. Tickets start at just $16. Get yours now at UFLstorm.com. That's UFLstorm.com. Join the Storm. Experience the chaos.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Gail?
When I retired, I just let all my taxes pile up. I had gotten many threatening letters. The one that said they were going to try and take my property was probably the scariest. When I found out that I owed close to $300,000, I was in total shock. It was a bad situation. I didn't know what to do.
Then Gail found tax relief advocates.
When TRA told me I was only going to owe $368, I just was in total disbelief.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Gail did and call TRA for a consultation.
I was so blessed with TRA.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-909-7224. 800-909-7224. That's 800-909-7224.
They say a good lawyer knows the law and a great lawyer knows the judge. But the truth, the right lawyer makes all the difference in your life. At TK Law, the right lawyer will help you avoid trauma, resolve disputes, and find a way forward. Whether it's divorce, a business conflict, or a car accident, we are trusted by our clients, we're respected by our peers, and we're proven where it matters the most. Don't settle for just a lawyer. Choose the right lawyer. Choose TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
I've been listening to the show, and I was alarmed to hear all these stories of men losing their voices, and thought I'd call in with a public service announcement. There is a bathhouse just off of Cimarron It's called The Bald and the Beautiful, BALLED.
Okay.
And there is a big outbreak of DLV, the down low virus. The owner says blame it on your...
What? Blame it on your what?
You don't want to know.
Jim Jams, there was a guitar on there, and I figured I'd do a little ditty as well. Let's go. My back hurts.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Deposit, DEPOSIT. That is your keyword for the 6 o'clock hour. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Deposit, guys. That is your word. Go get it.
Get it.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hello.
So, looking at this last story of the day, I kind of found this interesting because, the tipping culture has always been one of those things that is very, I don't know, it's polarizing to a lot of people, right?
Oh, very.
This is a Newsweek story today I saw, and there is a certain group of people, and here's what they do. They do a thing called the Omni Calculator. And the Omni Calculator calculates how much money each group of people, like, generational group, spends on tipping per month, right? So they just kind of do this calculator. They figure it out. What generation do you believe skips tipping altogether the most?
Oh, I'm going to...
Millennials.
I'm going to go Zoomers.
Millennials is the answer.
Really?
Millennials are more likely than any other generation to skip tipping altogether. What generation tips the most consistently?
I'm going to go with the greatest generation.
Boomers.
Generation X.
Boomers is the answer.
Damn it.
Boomers is the number. And by the way, the boomer thing is ingrained simply because of how people were brought up. They feel like if you don't tip, it's rude. Millennials do not look at it like that. And it is a really interesting story because it does show a clear, and this is based on 500 U.S. adults. Millennials were the generation most likely to spend nothing on tips in a typical month, with 6% saying they live zero in gratuities.
All right, that's obscene in some instances, but I believe this could also be a product of over tipping. Whereas we used to, it would be, for service industry, restaurants and stuff, you would normally tip, right? So, but then it became where everyone was had a handout for a tip charge. And then since it became everywhere, then people found it easier to just tune it out totally. So it might have been where tipping was now expected. And every time they flip that iPad around or whatever counter service you're getting, and there where people are just now saying, okay, it's too much, I'm not tipping anything.
Yeah. It's actually different than that. You ready? I mean, you're 100% right. All that is true. Millennials are so against this culture of tipping that they actually avoid places that have those screens that ask you to tip before you close out your tab. Like your Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like when you go to Starbucks, and Starbucks, if you're out there, that thing sucks. It sucks. And, love your products, but that thing sucks. When you shove that thing in somebody's face, and your worker says, this has got a question to ask you, before you pay or whatever. I mean, that is a very uncomfortable scenario for everyone involved. How about this? And I know that a lot of people pay, and the problem is nobody pays with cash anymore.
Right.
So you don't have the ability to slide in $1 or the change left over from a purchase. Like if it's $8.80 and you give them a 10, just keep the change, $1.20, whatever the case may be. You hand me some coffee, off we go. But with credit cards, they have to put that thing out there. Well, they found that millennials just don't go to those places anymore, and they don't care how much they like them. They will avoid them. 66% of those people polled say, I simply don't even go to those places that ask me to do that anymore.
I mean, I know that most people don't like confrontation, but come on.
Yeah. And look, that's a lot. When you consider it's the entire culture they hate. Jack nailed it. They hate everything about it, because they think that the company should pay their employees enough to get by. They shouldn't have to ask the customers for money on top of the products or services they're already paying for.
So when a server, in a restaurant gets a tip, their hourly wage is a tipped server is usually half of minimum wage.
Yeah,
exactly.
Starbucks, they're making $16.50 plus an hour.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? I mean, it says here that despite spending less, in certain situations, millennials do tip when they go to sit-down restaurants because they're getting a service. The person is taking care of them and they feel like they deserve the tip. But millennials are looking at this more black and white than any generation before them. Like any generation, they're just simply they're like, I'll give you an idea. It says 93, when they go to restaurants, 93% of the respondents say they almost always tip there, because they can see the service being provided. It isn't just like pouring coffee into a cup and then handing you the cup and expecting $1.50 for that when you're already making $16.50 an hour to serve coffee.
You tip on the cruise ship?
No.
Because they put it in, so on cruise ships, what they do is they factor in a certain amount for the cabin crew and also your restaurant staff, and they charge you by the day, and that's added onto your bill. But every time you get a drink, they always give you an option to sign more.
Now, the funny thing is, we actually talked about this before, and the ship I went on does not do that. With the package that I buy, they do not even, can I tell you, most of the time, they just see the color of the card that I have, and they just go, okay, you're good. Now, what we did do is because, again, this package I have, we have like our own restaurant, so we tip the servers in the restaurant for their entire week, and we tip the wine, the sommelier for the entire week. And we give them I think we gave one of them $150 and the other one $100. For the week of service. But you got to remember, we're just one couple. That restaurant's full every night from that entire service. But other than that, we don't tip anybody else on the boat. Nobody else. No bartenders or anything like that. Because it doesn't ask us to do it. We just figure it's kind of piped into the package.
That's it. The cruise line I went on, every drink came with a form where you could sign it. Everyone got rung up. Every drink was rung up.
Yeah, and that's exactly the experience I had before I started cruising Celebrity, and how we do that. Even on Royal or Carnival, the ones I went before, it was the same exact way. You got a receipt every single time, and you signed it, and you're able to throw $1 on there, whatever the case may be. But a lot of them now have mandatory gratitudes anyway, or gratuities anyway. I think that's the deal with this thing is they're hitting you for 16% or whatever.
Yeah, on the one I was on, it was everything you get was 18% gratuity was already added onto that.
Now, did you have a drink package?
I did.
You did, and it still did that to you.
Well, no. When I got I didn't have alcohol. It was all non-alcoholic drinks and coffee drinks were part of the package I had, right? So when you get that, there's a number on it, but that was already included. But that included the gratuity. Yeah. So I assume that came out of the package price. That was part of that.
So I think that's why the deal is when we buy the package that we buy, we both get a drink package, and it's the premium drink package. We can get whatever the hell we want. And I think because of that, they already add the gratuity onto the drink price, so you don't have to worry about doing that. That's what I think happens with that. Because I think if I was just to not get a drink package and pay for everyone a la carte, I would get the same thing. Because I saw that happening on the boat. They just weren't doing it to us. I don't know. Millennials' reluctance to tip also reflects growing frustration across all age groups. It says here, 62% of Americans say they're asked to tip in more situations than just 2 years ago. And 40% say they actively avoid certain businesses to escape tip prompts.
Well, you know what? Hopefully for those businesses that rely on that, like a Starbucks and every place else, right, where you're getting counter service, but you're expected to tip.
Right, yeah.
Maybe the millennials will help reset the industry into that tipping expectation to go back to you got to get something to get something, or give something to get something. Again, you've got to give me a service in order for me to want to tip you, and that service shouldn't just be swinging the iPad around.
I got to tell you, you're 1,000% right, because we just talked about Chipotle earlier today. The Chipotle that's out here near my place is, it's always very busy because it's the only one within 4 or 5 miles. I'm not joking. I mean, you know exactly which one I'm talking about, right? Well, they do it the right way. They put a tip jar at the end of the line right there by the register. And what that does is, if you've gotten great service going up to then and the service from the register, you can throw a couple bucks in there, right? If you have some cash on you, you can do that. Just the other day, I went in and I got dinner for my wife and I, and everything went perfectly. They did everything perfectly. Everything was fresh on the line. It looked great. And I threw $5 into that jug, and those people lost their mind. I'm like, well, you gave us perfect service. I mean, you did a great job. Everything that happened today was awesome. That's why I like tipping. I've tipped Publix bag boys before because they were courteous and nice.
You're not supposed to.
I know you're not supposed to, but look, when you get great service,
I agree.
You can show your appreciation for, with a couple bucks. And to be honest with you, I think the person would have just enjoyed me saying, "Hey man, great job today." I mean, this was a really good experience. That probably would have meant as much.
I always have believed that everyone should have to work a service industry job at least one point in their lives, either retail or restaurant, something where you have to deal with the general public. Just to remind you what you want to look and act like when you're on the other side of that transaction. That's the best life lesson.
Like how South Korea or Israel has mandatory military service for a year or two. Like you have standard, you have to work out in, public service.
Exactly. You have to know what you have to know what it means to serve the public.
That's very cool.
Because think about it, how many attitudes would that change with people who've never worked those jobs before?
And you can't buy your way out of it, rich people.
Yeah, exactly. You got to actually do the gig.
It says 50% of the respondents view pre-selected tip options on digital payment screens negatively, and 66% say they feel pressure to tip when payment screens are visible to employees. And that's the number one thing for me too, is with the Starbucks one, and I'll just stay on the Starbucks one, because the guy's watching you. Like the person's watching you do that. They're watching you go no tip. And it just feels weird, dude. I don't know what it is.
Man up.
No, I ain't manning up. It just feels odd.
Well, plus you've mentioned before how when you hit that no tip, they're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like,
and then you're getting a little sneeze muffin.
It says the real headline here isn't that millennials are cheap. This is a financial expert. He says it's that they're most ideologically opposed to tipping as a system, whereas boomers tip reflexively out of social conditioning. Yeah. Millennials who do tip so consciously, and millennials who don't are making an intentional statement about labor economics. In other words, they're making a statement by not tipping, basically saying you don't deserve it.
Yeah, like, and again, it's for, okay, you handed me something over the counter. Is that the same as the server who waits on you for dinner?
Right, exactly, 1,000%. It says from an economic standpoint, the frustration runs even deeper. Wealth concentration is tilted toward older generations, while younger cohorts deal with higher costs of living, housing constraints, and wage pressure. And when you combine all that together, and then people are asking you for another $1 for handing you a coffee, people just get pissed off. They just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Understandably so.
Yeah, I mean, I agree as well. I mean, I love tipping for great service. I love making people feel good when they do a great job.
But that's for service.
Yes.
That's for service.
Right, but I don't tip you if you don't give me good service. I mean, if I go to a restaurant and the restaurant's nice and you give me bad service, I will tip you the bare minimum. But if you give me great service, I'll tip you 25, 30%. Got no problem doing that.
No, if you get bad service, you can put your hand in a tip jar and take some out.
You should be able to, right?
I think that's law.
All right, deposit is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's DEPOSIT. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Take a little break. We'll come back. Well, what do you got for You Heard It Here first?
We've got confirmed hantavirus cases rise on a luxury cruise ship. Believe it or not, the tropics are already heating up. And the world's oldest manatee, try not to be shocked, lives here in Florida. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here first.
All right, we'll take a little break, come back and get Deb's news and get the hell out of here on a Wednesday.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. We're looking at a blend of clouds and sun over the next few days. Record heat most places other than Orlando should set a new record high for May 7th on Thursday. Mid-90s are expected, even at the beaches. First day of Rockville, about 94 in Daytona on Thursday. This weekend, maybe a handful of PM thunder showers, chances about 30%. Doesn't look like a lot, but a couple of thunder showers in the afternoons, and then temperatures back closer to 90 heading into next week. Have a great night.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call does it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy at Advanced Air Home Services. Coming to terms with a dying AC unit is tough. If you need to replace your AC, visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com to schedule your free estimate. Advanced Air Home Services. License CAC 1820806. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. We've got 3 metro locations, meaning we have 3 times the inventory. All priced clearly online with Greenway all-in pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no additional fees, just total transparency. And that goes for financing too, with rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com. With approved credit. Offer expires 6/5/26.
Here's a question. How many brokers does it take to insure your business? If you're like most business owners, the answer is way too many. Multiple policies, multiple applications, and no clear view of how it all fits together. And when questions come up, it's not easy to get the clarity you need. Supersure changes that. One broker for all your business insurance, backed by the team that works for you year-round, not just for renewal. And if you've ever stared at a policy just wondering what it actually covers, Supersure has a fine print fax tool that translates the legal jargon into plain English so you can understand it. And now you know what's covered and what's not. Right now, you can go to supersure.com and get a full report on your current policies with no obligation. Find out if you're overinsured, underinsured, or somewhere in between. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Spring is here, and it's time to fix up the house, and Real Radio has your chance to win one of 9 Dream Home Makeovers. And there's 9 different contests. You go to our website to enter realradio.fm/contest. But the Dream Home Makeover is back, and you can win maybe a $2,500 gift certificate towards interior or exterior painting from We Paint Everything. Maybe it's $4,500 toward new electrical panel with labor and other services from Frank Gay Services. There's 9 different contests from Zero Res, 321 Cabinets, Eustace Roofing, Dynamic Garage Doors, Solar Installers of Florida, and more. Enter now at realradio.fm/contest or on the contest tab on the iHeartRadio app whenever you listen to Real Radio 104.1.
Does Florida care about AIDS? Somewhere in the state tonight, a mother is rationing the pills that keep her alive. On June 30th, she and 12,000 others will permanently lose access to Florida's AIDS drug program and the insurance support that keeps them healthy. After that, people start dying. Not in theory, in emergency rooms across this state. This isn't a budget problem. It's a choice. Go to ahf.org/ADAP. 1 minute could save thousands of lives.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
But should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Here at Academy, we're putting the outdoors back in Academy Sports and Outdoors, especially for firearms and ammo. Whether you're punching paper at the range or heading to the field before sunrise, you'll find what you're looking for, and probably a few things you didn't know you needed. Trusted brands, tons of options, and undefeatable prices. Right now, get up to $50 off select Smith & Wesson firearms through May 10th. Academy, fun can't lose. Age restrictions apply. Remember to always keep it safe.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise promised big, and it delivered. Now the bar's set. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, it's time to get on board. Set sail aboard the Celebrity Summit in March 2027, where laid-back luxury meets country fun. We're talking toes in the sands of Bimini, fun in the sun in Key West and Cozumel, live band karaoke, trivia, bingo, and performances from Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, Randy Hauser, and more. Lock in your cabin now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
It's that time where our friends from TK Law want to always remind us to look ahead, so you can look ahead for what's best for you and your family in the world of family law. You can trust the team at TK Law. Ray Trenley and the crew. Find them at onefirmforlife.com. Looking ahead on Real Radio tomorrow on The Monsters. Keywords resume at 9 o'clock. 13 more chances once each hour for you to win $1,000 by listening to Real Radio. Plus, it's a Thursday. That means Daisy Del Toro in studio tomorrow on The Monsters.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Yeah, as a kid, my dad always took me into liquor stores, and one time driving across the country, we stopped in, I think it was Indiana, or maybe it's Illinois, it doesn't matter. They're both kind of the same and boring. But yeah, they have laws there where a child cannot enter at all, even with a parent. And I had to sit outside of the liquor store while he bought some stuff. And I think I took every single one of my kids into a liquor store. I mean, they get free samples.
To that guy that was making fun of us other two with the voice and making fun of bathhouses. Neither one of us know what a bathhouse is, but Barry Manilow and Bette Midler sang in bathhouses, and they both still have beautiful voices. And don't go making those kind of jokes on this radio station, because I'll come and get you.
You ain't coming to get nobody.
I don't think he has a car, I'm going to be honest. We're going to hear you coming on the riding lawnmower.
Barry Manilow and Bette Midler singing in bathhouses.
That's true, though. That is a true story.
But I'm not sure what.
I don't know where you're going. All right, 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Yeah. I think deposit is your 6 o'clock keyword, DPOSIT. Just get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Unbelievably, we have yet to have a winner this run. 2.5 weeks now in. So hopefully.
We're halfway done.
Hopefully, this will charge up and we'll get some winners soon, and then it'll just come pouring in. That'd be great. It doesn't mean we can't have a comeback. I mean, the city had a comeback. We can have a comeback.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen, just remember, do not sleep on those later keywords.
You've been saying that, and last time it was quite
advantageous,
prophetic, actually, because, I mean, we had a number of winners from the Tom and Dan hour, so, yeah, that definitely is good.
Yeah, don't forget, I mean, we've got keywords starting at 9 in the morning all the way up until 9 o'clock at night. Two more to give to you.
Yeah, very sure. And we had a winner in the cluster, a JRR?
Yeah, we've had 2 here in Orlando.
Okay.
7 in Jacksonville, 7 in Tampa, 1 in Miami, 2 in West Palm.
Now we know who's been complaining.
That's funny. All right. Also, coming up tomorrow, we're going to have Glenn Klausman in for Colbert Court. We'll also have
Ross.
Ross will be in with us tomorrow as well.
If he's not playing video games.
By the way, talk to Emily today, or Emily the movie girl, who was in on Monday. And if you didn't get to hear her segment, go back and check out the podcast. She was really good. Talk to her today. She's going to start coming in on Mondays when she can, which is awesome. And we have another surprise I'm working on. I'm talking to her on tomorrow to find out exactly what her schedule can be. But there's a possibility we'll have somebody in to talk about things happening in Orlando the way that Danny did for us for a while.
Oh, that's cool.
So some new blood coming in on the program, hopefully. And we'll get to share more of that with you as we get going.
That sounds like a plan, my man.
Let's do You Heard It Here first.
I guess.
It's time for You Heard It here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
The total number of confirmed hantavirus cases linked to a luxury cruise ship has risen to 5. Those newly confirmed cases are among people who were medically evacuated from the MV Hondius earlier today to receive treatment in the Netherlands. The Director General of the WHO, the World Health Organization, said, quote, monitoring and follow-up for passengers on board and for those who have already disembarked has been initiated in collaboration with the ship's operators and national health authorities, end quote. So far, 3 deaths had been recorded in connection to the suspected outbreak aboard the cruise ship. And apparently there's just heartbreaking video of one of the 17 Americans who's on that cruise ship on his balcony just hysterically crying, saying, I'm healthy, get me off of this ship.
That's right. Yeah, I saw that crazy video.
I haven't seen it yet, but it kind of brings you back to the early days of COVID, because if you guys remember, that was when we first started hearing about this new virus that, cruise ships were left in dock in Japan.
Yeah.
People couldn't get off.
Yeah.
People couldn't go on. So this kind of has some real kind of COVID memories to it.
What would you do if you're stuck in your room, but you have to eat, so they're bringing you food?
I would not leave my room, and I would wipe down everything that was dropped off. Just because in this case, there's no treatment, there's no cure, and it looks like it's one of 2 variants in the world where it can be transmitted person to person.
Yeah.
So that's where my concern is. It's just like coronavirus. There was no treatment. There was no cure. They didn't even know what the hell they were fighting.
I'd be like, send me a case of bleached Cliff Bars, please.
Exactly.
And then I'll see you when we get to port.
Believe it or not, we're already starting to see some of the first signs that the tropics are heating up as hurricane season quickly closes in, like just in about 2.5 weeks. The first 2 tropical waves of the year have rolled off the coast of Africa. The first on May 1st and the second on May 4th. Now, the good news is they're not expected to develop, but they do mark one of the earliest signs that the Atlantic tropics are beginning to wake up and heat up.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, on average, how many tropical waves develop across the Atlantic basin each year?
Oh, goodness. Oh,
These are
guys.
tropical waves, so they're not storms, they're not hurricanes.
25.
These are the beginnings.
Oh, that's
50.
low. That's low, yeah.
Points Jimmy, 60. On average, about 60 tropical waves develop across the Atlantic basin each year. The good news is only a small percentage ever become more organized. For those who are new to Florida, gird your loins, boys and girls. Hurricane season officially begins June 1st.
Yeah, when I saw that report, there were 2 systems forming. I'm like, oh my God almighty.
Here we go. And then real quick, Florida's Fort Walton Beach is home to the world's oldest manatee, Romeo. What age is he?
132.
60.
Points Jack. He's in his 70s.
Okay, very good.
Recently set a Guinness World Record. He lives in a $300,000 gallon habitat at Gulfarium Marine Adventure Park and appears to be thriving. Manatees typically live into their 30s and 40s in the wild. And you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deb. Who do we have to thank today?
Speaking of animals, we want to thank Kenny, Joelle, and Remy from the Pet Alliance, Scott Maxwell, the Orlando Sentinel columnist and the Truth Dragon of Central Florida, Ross Padgett from Good Sauce with Ross and Joel, just in case you missed Animal House, Scott Maxwell's topics, or Ross sharing what to expect tonight. All of their podcasts have been posted to The Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chats.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that, as we do every day. Jack, question of the day.
If you book a friend's trip, should you get the master bedroom?
Yes, I would say that 82% say you should.
75% say
Wow. Yeah, that's still good enough. That's good enough. All right, coming up tomorrow, like we said, we'll have our buddy Glenn Klausman in for Colbert Court. Ross will be here, so we'll have some Ross thoughts and all kinds of fun stuff as well.
Right. Will your voice be here?
Yeah, it'll be fun. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday evening.
And go put some hump in your day. Bye.
Oh, shut up.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out The Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to The Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Just a heads up if you're traveling downtown Orange